Excellent.
Yay! Welcome to Fringeworthy, Team Banzai, otherwise known as Team Six, from IDET in what's referred to as Earth Prime. Fringeworthy, a game of adventure of exploring alternate Earths across a network of basically super science pathways and portals. Right now, currently visible on our screens, we have uh, Kaitlin, who is playing um, Angel. We have Jason, who is playing um,
Jason.
Jason. we have we have Chuck, who's playing Mike, up in the top right corner, and we have our fan favorite Ken playing Chen Wei. And at some point, Gandalf, well, what's his real name? There he is.
There's Gandalf. Pat.
Pat. Pat is
Is
playing
playing
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
All right. And I am
And I
Bruce.
am Bruce.
Okay, you're
Okay,
echoing.
Becco. And Jojo, who's just
Gandalf here.
playing with my
All
head.
right. Are we okay now? All right, good, good. Okay. For some reason, when you logged in, okay. I am Bruce Sheffer. I am your GM. And I am glad to, and we are now exploring a world in which the in the turn of the millennia, about 10 something, did not break away from what became the Eastern Orthodox Church, and then later on, when there was a little thing with somebody hammering treatises up on a door in Germany, otherwise known as Martin Luther, we didn't have we had a Reformation, but it didn't cause a split. So as a result, the Catholic Church has remained essentially the most powerful government on the planet for at least uh, you know uh, close to a millennia and a half. So, anyways, apparently they were really adamant about maintaining their faith and their articles of faith. One of which was that no one should do anything to interrupt the normal reproduction cycle. And as a result, in 1950, there was a closed conference in Vatican City where many scientists and many experts went. And afterwards, there was an announcement that they were going to build five mega cities on the basins of all the ocean. And where are the oceans going to go? Well, a scientist by the name of Zamboni said that they were going to be uplifted into the heavens in kind of the reverse of what happened at the dawn of the Bible. And there they would be out of the way, and we would then have all of God's space to just back like it was at the Garden of Eden, and we would be able to live in all that place in all of our faith and whatever, and we could grow, we could continue, and so on and so forth. And so it happened. Now it's a about two it's 200 years later, and they are now have found themselves in a group of people who have broken away from the Catholic Church into
Splinters.
a splinter group who because the Catholic Church was basically has been slowly but surely eliminating all practices of faith other than Catholicism, and they came together in this place underground somewhere, it's unknown to the players at the time, uh, called Sanctuary City. And but not everybody is happy with that. Some people want to go back, normalize relationships with the Catholic Church and what's referred to as New Jerusalem, the central city. And those people are called the Go Back group. And there's another group that feel that after the Zamboni uplift, Zamboni disappeared, and they think that maybe Zamboni might still be around somewhere, even though it's 200 years later, and they want to search for him. Um, and they're having a toga party, and the team is joining them now.
Well,
So you go into this large arena type area. There are streamers going down. There are blimps flying around. With lights sparkling all over them. Some of it is virtual because of the visors that you're wearing over your
Yeah.
heads that give you that.
I think we got a little farther than that. We found like that they had a crystal, and we looked at their artifacts, and we were able to get the crystal to do stuff.
Right. Well, I'm just saying is that I'm giving you more description of the environment of the party. It's a big party. Everyone's who's there. Now, it's not like everybody in Sanctuary City is there. I mean, as nice as it is, most people, consider these people to be quacks, crackpots. The
crackpot.
idea that Zamboni might still be alive and things like that. But you were asking some questions, and one of the things that you were asking about is that since you did find a crystal that was in some of the artifacts that literally had been stolen, okay, of Zamboni, uh, and carried off to Sanctuary City, and one of them was a blue crystal, a Tamelan crystal. And so you raised the question of like, is there any other crystals? Well, the problem with that is that when people came to Sanctuary City, they weren't able to take the entire internet with them. Okay, that would kind of like let everyone know where Sanctuary City was. So most of the information that was brought was scientific information that was basically put onto crystals and various things like that stored media, which has only gotten better. But at the time, they brought what the most important things they thought, things that would allow them to maintain their science, keep their everything operating in Sanctuary City and whatnot. But so searching for the records that do exist and the books that were brought, you do find that in the basically the life story of Frank Zambini, there is in fact a picture of him standing next to this thing saying, Professor Zambini, standing next to the Zamboni uplift, shows this kind of like block, of transparent, things, and in the center of it there is a orange square. And you guys looking at it, it reminds you of the fact that the pylons outside of the Fringe portals, on the top of them, they have an indentation, okay, for the triangular crystals, but they're actually pyramids. And if you look at them just from the bottom, okay,
square.
Yes, they are triangular. So I'm sorry, it isn't triangular. I mean, it is triangular. It's not square. Okay, and it's orange. All right, and you guys have run into orange crystals before, and no one really knows what they're for. But they've found them in Tamelan installations of various kinds that are not operational or whatever, and they're not quite sure what they are, but some people theorize that these things might be essential to making Tamelan devices operate.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that actually is what I was thinking about the other session, even though we didn't really. Basically, it's just like we just stumbled onto that.
Yes, you did.
So,
Oh,
okay, so
I thought
the indentation you said is orange?
It is well, it's not an indentation. It's just a section of it is an orange triangle. And
okay, what color was the crystal that we had that they're looking at right now?
The
blue.
one that you discovered was blue.
Right, what color is the one that we brought and we gave like to the government to say this is indestructible?
Brownish, gray. I don't know.
Okay. Now they're letting us try the blue crystal and hold it and make a beam from it and burn things with it. So can we access the indentation or the square that the thing goes in?
It's a picture in a book about Zamboni's life.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
very
So it's
famous
not
guy.
here.
So therefore, it is actually in the stream. So you can look at it in the stream.
Okay, but we're not. There isn't an actual thing here. We have an actual blue crystal.
No.
We don't have an actual thing with an indentation.
You guys decide to search for crystal and shapes and
Yes.
colors and things like that in the stream. And
Right.
other than a few interesting, pieces of jewelry and various things like that, this is,
But we found the crystal in real life, physically, at the
blue
toga
one.
party. But you're saying the other device is not actually physically there.
The thing that Zamboni is standing next to is not in this room.
Okay. The thing that Zamboni is standing next to, does it actually look like a pylon?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Bruce.
Yes, sir.
Bruce. Is there a notation on the picture that says where this picture was taken?
No, it does not. As a matter of fact, is that the in the story of his life, it said that he went to work at an undisclosed location to assure that no dissident interference might take place. So obviously, the Central Church probably knows where this is, but does anybody here in Sanctuary City know? No one's ever come forth and says, "Well, it's over there." So, if you
now, for what we know about blue crystals, like how high level crystal is it?
You don't know because you've never seen one that high.
I thought there was like a list somewhere that
there's a list in the book
that we actually got in character.
No, you basically have up to where you've discovered that you are.
Was there not?
You're using the highest level. You're using the highest level crystal there is.
I thought there was. Wow. I thought somebody had a higher one, and I thought there was a list in the journal.
Yes, you're correct.
That's what I was referring to.
Thank you. Yes, you're correct. I stand corrected. There was a list in Captain Oates, the very first Fringeworthy explorer. In his notes about his explorations with the Tameller and Schmert, he did list a whole bunch of crystals. I don't recall whether it listed all their abilities, but it definitely listed all the different colors. So, and orange was one of the things that was listed.
So then obviously it's a question. We start to wonder, if Zamboni was from the fringe paths, and maybe if he disappeared, that's where he went back to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Bruce, do we yet know in character about the fringe paths prolonging lifespan?
It hasn't
not
been
really.
Long enough.
Okay.
It hasn't been long enough to really do that. All you know is that the more active life that you're living as a Fringeworthy explorer seems to appeal to you.
Well, still though, even then, if Zamboni is maybe like not a human or maybe some long-lived species, he could live longer and could still then be around. So it's not.
It's
all these people theorizing that Zamboni left and is still alive could be completely correct.
Could be a ghost.
Have we seen Ghost yet?
Maybe he's an elf.
Ah, cool.
He could be an elf.
He's Santa Claus.
I mean, you've already talked to somebody on the world with R2 who seemed to imply that it had been around for many thousands of years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
the guardian of the
the idea of that there might be extremely long-lived species is quite possible.
Okay, Data Buddy, could you please search through information about Zamboni to find references to a rainbow-colored ring portal?
Sure. You got it, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
I got you, buddy. And
Cool.
it's starting to process.
I say, I thought you're the one named Buddy.
But you're my buddy too. We're
But then
buddies together.
it would get confusing, so just,
Well, what do you want me to call you then?
I don't know.
Head buddy.
You can call me Chen Wei, or,
Okay, Chen
you know,
Wei.
you call me Sir,
Okay, sir.
or User.
Okay,
Sir,
user.
sir is good enough.
Chen
Okay,
Wei,
sir.
you're gonna break
But
The last thing he said is what it's going to do.
okay, so anyway, it's fine. Look for that. Also look for, and I give a description of what we know about a Tameller, and like a furry creature, so and so tall, looks like so and so.
Looks
Looks
like
like
so.
so and so, huh?
Well, out of game, like I wouldn't know what physical features are on a Tameller, but I mean in game, it's certainly.
Lots of people describe them as a cross between a bear and a dog.
Okay,
Yeah.
a bear-like
Yeah.
or
Oh.
dog-like
But-
bipedal.
Yeah, human, yeah. Oh,
A bear-like or dog-like bipedal creature with animal fur and
Hey,
features.
your training must have been incomplete. Susan showed us a picture during training.
Oh, okay. I guess that's stuff you guys had at IDET then.
I guess so.
well, most people know, about Schmert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No one's, except for Sun Yuri, no one's actually met a Tameller at this point.
So I take it the Data Buddy is just chugging away.
He's doing what he's
Chug,
doing
chug,
what he's
chug,
supposed
chug.
to do.
Yeah.
Doing
Right.
what he's
I say Data Buddy also add to that a pyramidal crystal, sort of like, and I look at the blue crystal. I say sort of like that blue crystal there.
Okay. And you see it go cheek, 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 cheek. Yeah, like estimating dimensions and stuff like that. All right. It says, okay, I'll do that. By the way, I did post a short bio for Frank Zamboni
Oh, wow.
I'm reading it.
in the chat.
We're in 1901.
In the year 2525.
Yeah.
So it still has this world, even though it diverged a lot earlier with the church, it still has similar named cities.
Yes. Yeah, I mean the
And Einstein even.
yes, that's true. The difference is that there was no Europe was always conventional. There was never a nuclear bomb, no Manhattan Project, and so forth.
Alrighty.
As a matter of fact, they were, the scientists were pretty much more interested in dealing with the other issue that the church was focusing them on.
What other issue was that?
What do you think was the main issue that caused Zamboni to suggest his?
Oh, overcrowding.
Yeah, it's a big problem. The fact that everybody was like cheek to jowl, from sea to shining sea.
And Holy See. Whoa.
Oh, and the Holy See, absolutely. Okay, and there was a lot of annexation of land in Africa, which is something you really haven't spent a whole lot of time talking about.
I miss the rains down in Africa.
Yeah, well, the savannah
I
basically
catch
got,
some rays down in Africa.
yeah, the savannah basically got asphalted over, and
Woo!
and so forth.
Just
Okay,
like God intended.
yeah.
Yeah, so
And
reading this, he had children. Does anybody know what? Is there anything that happened to his children that's known, or did they just like disappear when he
Did
did?
he have children?
Yeah, it says it because I'm reading the biography.
Mm-hmm. Children, the other white meat.
A son,
well,
two daughters.
if you would like to look that up in Wikipedia, you're welcome to do so. So, because basically whatever happened to his kids probably still happened. All right, so you guys are like looking at all this stuff, and lots of people are chattering and talking to you, especially when you start like making their artifacts glow and and do stuff like that.
They
So
have the power.
yeah, there's a
Chen
lot
really
of
starts doing
so
hokey pokey.
He does the hokey pokey. Makes
and
the
so
crystal glow.
and so so they're coming up to you and they're saying, is it so you seem to know an awful lot about these. Oh, and by the way, you were very much interested in that big uh, that big triangular blobby thing, not triangular, it was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
long thing, and that they also had, and it was which is very light, by the way. And uh, and it's basically indestructible as well, as far as any and that's also something that was stolen from the Zamboni, and it said it was the thing that he used to go around and convince people that his theories were real, but basically
Mhm.
said, can make more of it, and we can do stuff with this, and they're all like, and okay, and they put the billions of dollars toward his project that he needed. And of course,
Billions.
there's the soap bubble with the case and other things like that. So the other than just looking at it, I mean, they're not going to off with it, either of these things, but at least
That's what
not
they
without
think.
not without you, not without a fight, put it that way. But they want to know. They says, you seem to know an awful lot about this stuff. Considering you're from some little bolt hole. And they look at you, and they literally listen. He says, "Is Zamboni with at IDET?
He is not.
Zamboni at IDET?" He says, "How do
He
we
is
know
not.
that?"
We have seen a crystal similar to this. Currently, it's being examined by your government,
And there goes the non-discreet.
but it's not exactly the same though.
Okay. They look at you and says, "Well," he says, "Where is IDET?" They want to know.
It's upstate New York.
Okay.
Do they even know where New York is? I mean, obviously,
Obviously,
people they can look it up and know where it is, but will the average person just casually know where it is?
No.
I don't know. A lot of people don't know how many states we have in the union, so that's always an interesting question.
When I joined the Army, I said I was from Missoula, Montana, and people asked me where that was, and I said upstate New York, and they believed me.
Yeah, see.
So I just kind of went,
Right.
whatever. So that's my answer. Where are you from? Upstate New York.
Yes, they do know where upstate New York is.
All right.
Okay, and of course, there's people that were part of the people that basically collected you would probably turn around and say, no. That's a lie, and of course you basically told them where you actually were from when you went to talk to the council. But anyway,
right. But are there any of the people who rescued us from on the rescue team here also?
No. They're not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, they're they got their own area. Like I said, there's a lot of people in Sanctuary City. They're not all in this room. Like I said,
Right.
there's a lot of people that are watching this. Like
Watching it online.
just watch it on the party way because the people from IDET are there. So of course it has an interest. So there's probably a lot of people watching. That's what I'm saying is that there's some people watching, and you say things like, "Yeah, we're from upstate New York," and they're all like going,
Whatever.
I checked my Data Buddy search and see if it has found anything.
Let's see.
It's found that a contract has been put out on you.
It has come back and not found the information you seek.
On a note, the dog says hello.
Oh, very good.
Hello, dog.
Say hello back to him for me. I mean, he won't understand it, but it's
Here, I'll do it for you. I can translate. Roar, 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 roar.
Yeah, the translating is sort of rough.
So somebody in the
A rough
groups,
translation.
I mean, you're getting like lots of questions, like are basically just piling up in your chat windows. By the way, assuming you even have those turned on, but like
I don't.
So like someone goes and like looks over at you and says, "So, hey, can you explain to us how the Zamboni uplift works?"
Not a clue.
I can't.
No idea.
Okay.
I've seen some things like this before.
But you've got like it looks like you have some of this. You've already you have a crystal like the one that's here, and
Yeah, we found one. I mean, it's just.
So you're saying you seem to know how to make that work. So
Well,
are you?
I've never met Zamboni. No, this is the first I've heard of how he manipulated this stuff. So I find that fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know how he did it as well.
Yeah.
Well,
and if he is still around, then I mean, he'd be old, but
yeah. So they're like so you're in, right? You want to go find him then, right?
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
He says, "Okay,
Sounds good."
And it's like he says, the Zamboni Uplift, group has gained all the members of the IDET, newcomers.
Hey.
Fireworks are happening all around. You see, it's new members, yay! Everyone's cheering.
So, how many members of the Find Zamboni group are there?
Oh, they've actually they've already told you that.
I know, but you said there were like 12 people here or something like that.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13 people.
13 official members. Lots of. He says, of course, that's not how many people that come to read our website, and
right.
So we have lots.
Consider us fringe members.
We have lots of. We have lots of people who ping our website constantly, and of course, there's a lot of people who also pay for any any new. Some of the discussions, some of the monthly podcasts and such. So yeah, but we're definitely we're gonna I mean, since you have the ear of the central the council.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, we kind of know him, or we've seen them, but we don't have their ear per se. Does that make sense? I mean, they talk to us.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, most, I'm just saying is that you're in a better position to get, to get them to authorize an expedition than we are, because we've been trying to do that for as long, as well, we've been a lot. This group has been around a long time, but they've never authorized it before. But maybe now, you seem to have a handle on some of the ancient artifacts, and maybe there might be some additional information about Zamboni that hasn't been released into the general data stream that you might be able to help us get our hands on. So
we can certainly ask. I mean,
yeah, all right.
Sure.
Yes, and
it's funny that you picked Lava Hot Springs because I've actually been there a few times.
Yeah,
Oh.
and as you're doing it, everybody give me a luck check.
All right.
That's just a straight D6, right?
D6 if you roll 4 or better.
1.
5.
Okay.
Dice. Just a moment. And Kaitlin will be right back. A D6. I got one of them. I got 5.
All right.
All right, 5. Okay. Well, you guys who rolled 4 or better, notice that in your email stream, there is the name of Carson Armstrong, who you recall as being one of the members of the council,
Uh-oh.
wanting to have a meeting with you ASAP.
We're in trouble. Again.
Not again.
Oh, no. Not again.
Yeah. Well, we
Okay.
better go to that.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't put him off, huh?
And he basically
Like now, kind of immediately, or as soon as possible, or
actually he's asking for you guys to respond with a time that you can meet with him as soon as possible.
Should we say
Well,
like 10 minutes?
What time of day is it?
it's evening.
Yeah.
Like maybe tomorrow or?
We can see you in the morning.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be talking amongst yourselves and sending
Oh.
messages when you want to
You want to
go.
do it in the morning, or we could tell him we can meet him for like a late night coffee, or what?
Yeah,
I say a late
No.
night.
Depends on what this is about.
It's currently about 8 o'clock at night right now.
No, we could
So-
probably meet him now.
10-ish, 9:30.
Well, you know how long it's going to take?
To get there?
Mm-mm.
Both to get there and like for what he wants to talk to us about.
Well,
If he,
as far as getting there, they probably can, they'll probably authorize transport for you.
Right. Cool.
Or you guys can pay for it yourself. I mean,
I will respond back and ask him. Well, we're kind of open when we want to see us and where. We could either meet this evening or tomorrow. And now it's time to make Kaitlin jealous.
okay. He responds with, "I recommend that you leave immediately, because otherwise you may be tied up for a while."
Okay.
all right.
Wait,
Sounds good.
repeat that part again before the tied up.
He says, "I suggest you leave immediately, or you may be tied up for a while."
I didn't know it was that kind of party, but okay.
Yeah.
So, are you guys actually going to leave?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll reluctantly
All right.
hand him back the
Yes.
crystal.
All right. Okay. And the okay. And Mamie's like, "Where are you going?" The
Our
party's just
president-
started. We haven't done any of the toga stuff yet.
Yeah, I'm afraid we're not going to be able to stay for the Bacchanalia. We were requested by the council member to show up, so
And
Yes.
they're all very surprised. Oh, really? Really?
It may have. I'm wondering if it's because of fiddling with the crystal here. If they saw that.
course they saw that. Someone immediately responded. Okay, I mean, what you think this council guy?
Even the blind man
You think
can
this
see
council
that.
guy sent you an email by accident during the time you were at this party with all these things being revealed?
Nothing
Even a
they
blind
do,
man can see what we were doing.
nothing they do is ever an accident here. So
That's not necessarily true, but
I
anyways,
meant the
okay.
council.
All right, so you're
Yep.
begging off and saying we got to go, and they're like,
Yeah.
"We're going." And what do you say?
Oh. You've
I
been
apologize for having to go.
That didn't answer their question. You're just not going to answer their question.
What was the question?
Question is, where are you going? Why do you have to go?
Didn't we already say it was the council?
Did you?
I thought we already said that.
Oh, okay. All right.
yes, we have an.
We didn't say the location.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys go and leave leave them just kind of standing there. And as you exit the room, there's a whole bunch of guys, gender mixed, coming in wearing, symbols of the church symbol, actually not church symbol, some other symbol of the council, rushing into the room.
It's a raid.
It is a raid. They're coming in, and basically, you can review a little bit later, but they basically essentially take everybody into custody and all the artifacts and all that stuff like that. Basically, they shut down. They shut down everybody's feed, and it all goes dark. And of course, that causes the stream to go crazy. As now everyone's like saying, what's happened? And, he says, I didn't know we had secret police here.
See the violence inherent in the system.
Yeah, see the violence inherent in the system.
Oh, jeez.
I'm being
Help! I'm being repressed.
Yep. Okay.
Jason.
And
What?
anyways,
The cat agrees with me.
Chen Wei,
Yes.
you hear, sir, that vehicle over there, to the left with the red and white blinking light, that's your transport to the council.
In the back with handcuffs
Hey,
on.
Yeah.
Chen
Sounds
Wei
good. Let's go.
specifically.
I guess we better go with the police because you can't really, argue with the police.
Well, Public
Not
Enemy
not
would
a-
argue with you on that, and so would
Not if you want to stay
NWA. So
uninjured. Sure.
sorry.
I assume your data buddies are telling you that's the police also.
They're telling you that that's the vehicle that's been allocated for you to go to see the council member.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll wander over to it.
Yes.
Wander.
Okay. Are you going to get
And
on it? Or are you going to
Yeah.
sprint in another direction or something?
No.
All right.
Well, we're kind of stuck here, so
Okay.
Take
So
us
you get
to our
on? You're
destination.
going to get on. There is someone there who's actually just, he's like, he's not really a driver. He's just kind of standing. He's like waving at you. Come here. Come on. In case you guys were totally oblivious. Yeah. And your data buddies hadn't told you anything. He's like,
I'm sorry. I'm
Hurry
deaf
up.
in my eyeballs. I can't see.
Hurry up.
He's blonde in
All
one eye.
right, let's go.
All right.
All right, so we get on the transport thing.
Get on and it zooms away.
Whee!
All right.
Makes this kind of crunchy sound, as it's moving very, very fast.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
kind of
Do
like,
we stand the whole way? Is that how that works?
oh no, there's seats.
Oh, okay.
All right, sit down.
Yes.
Do they handcuff us?
No.
They handcuff you.
You probably wouldn't want to try to get off. It's moving at about 50 miles an hour down these tunnels, which means that,
Don't sit too close to Angel; she may push you off.
Yes. And by the way, when it has to make a corner, it's literally the thing is rising, making a.
So instead of the road banking, it banks.
Yes, it banks.
even better.
because everything, I mean, unless you're going up and down stairs, the everything is flat. It's a built artificial structure. Yeah. So, I mean, a long time ago, if there were any rocks, I mean, maybe some places it does follow the shape of the rocks or whatever like that. But most unused, unnecessary rocks are mined out and replaced by actual, things. So, all right. So you basically end up pulling up in front of this. Well, you get to this one spot and this gate rolls up. Okay, with lights saying no admittance. And
Great, we're going to prison.
yeah, and you go inside, and in standing there, you see you see the guy from the council. He says, "Come on in.
All right.
We need to talk."
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, this is Carson Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Let's see. How tall is he? He is over 6 foot tall. So
He is Stretch Armstrong.
He is Stretch Armstrong. He's probably one of the tallest people you've ever seen. Let's see here.
Well, I think actually, hold on.
Let me roll that second
You mean
number.
in this world or in general?
Yeah. In this city so far.
Like I was gonna say,
The city.
I was gonna say the tallest person that we have with us is Gandalf, who's 6'4".
Oh, yeah.
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 Yo.
Yeah.
Got a giant hello.
Oh, yeah.
Oh jeez.
How are things in the valley of the Jolly Green Giant?
Low.
I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't have time to do it. I don't want to stop doing it. Anyway,
Okay.
he's in the 92nd percentile of height worldwide.
Well,
And considering these people haven't been encouraging people to get taller, it's like,
you hit your head on things.
It's pretty damn tall. All right. Anyways, so he invites you in, and he basically says, "Okay, he says you're stirring up a lot of questions about things that we really don't want people to stir up about.
Like what?
About the surface, Zamboni, things that might have happened in the past, any artifacts that might be here and there.
Why wouldn't you want people to question things? I thought
Yeah.
I
What?
thought you were all about freedom and free thought and
We are. Okay. Within our society.
So you think so you don't want this because the Zamboni people will try to leave your society?
They're going to be pressing for this. They're going to be pressing for more of a for people to leave, for people to go on expeditions and things like that, which exposes exposes our society to more danger of discovery by the central the Central Church.
well, you got those fruitcakes on the Go Back Society that all think that everybody can just get along, which
Yeah,
we
but
all know
nobody
doesn't
takes
work.
them seriously
Well, why would anybody take the Zamboni seriously? They think they're nuts.
because you just basically revealed a whole lot of information that a lot of people didn't realize was there. I mean, no one thought to no one even realized had that thing uh, uh, that frozen energy thing that Zamboni used. I mean,
Well, they're showing it on TV or on the
no,
stream. How could you not know?
I just didn't pay attention to it. It was just something. It's like seeing a piece of driftwood, and on in someone's home. People have all kinds of silly things, No one thought anything special about the little hand clapper toy that was there, or the bubble that it was the least interesting thing that was there, and so was that crystal thing. It was like something you'd use in a science laboratory for children. Okay, so nobody really
So
thought anything about it.
okay.
But now you guys are bringing a lot of attention to, and that's one reason we had to collect all those artifacts.
Well, bringing the attention was like unintentional. Like, is there something like we can do to try to solve the problem we accidentally caused?
Well, if you want to go on to the stream and explain
I hope you
some,
enjoyed our little magic trick. What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. If
Chen
you
Wei's
want to
magic.
explain it, it was all,
So
it was.
you want us to lie to your public?
I'm saying you can do whatever you want to do, but yes, we would like that. We would like people not to be galvanized in any kind of additional support.
So,
Being on
so,
the council is an elected position, so
so
therefore, you know,
We can
essentially,
overthrow
we
governments.
want to squash the truth so that nobody wants to leave.
right. This is all ancient history here. Okay, there's no need to stir it up and make a big deal about stuff that happened over 150 years ago. So
Might I mention that those that do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it?
That's always a good saying.
well, thank you, Euripides.
Euphixades?
Mentioned that more support will probably go to them anyway when they find out that you're squashing the truth, just like
Why
the church does.
why would they think that? We're just going to take these objects and place them into a more uh, protected environment. We'll open up a museum of so people can come and see them through
I got a better idea.
5 or 6 layers of lucite.
I got a better idea.
And since we now know that people make these things triggered by being within like 20 feet, we'll make sure it's like 25, 30 feet away.
I got a better
anybody who
idea
comes.
for you.
What's that?
You give me the crystal, make a facsimile of it, place it behind lucite, and it'll never glow.
Why would we give that to you?
Because I'm the one that can use it.
How are you going to use it?
I'm going to study it.
We don't really know for sure because we don't, but we found some uses. I mean, you saw if you were watching the stream that we're able to pick it up and make it glow.
And in exchange for you giving me the artifact, I will make up any narrative that would suit explaining what occurred.
Mm-hmm. Is that agreeable to the rest of you?
Definitely.
It's
good.
It's agreeable, but the whole reason we're trying to we talked to you and we showed you the other crystal is we wanted to get you to believe us about where we came from, and we wanted to eventually be able to like have our government trade with you, and so we're sort of hoping that.
Well, let's not get
okay.
ahead of ourselves here, okay?
Okay, so yeah, it's agreeable. It's agreeable to me. I mean, we look at the crystal and we tell the public whatever they need to be told, so this doesn't cause you any problems.
That sounds like a really good idea. Okay.
We can tell them it was a fluke, and they'd probably believe it.
Or we did some like smoke and mirrors or something.
Is everybody in agreement on this?
Yes.
I will generate
I'm looking at
a
you,
plausible
Gandalf.
story.
Begrudgingly.
Okay.
I will generate a believable story, and everyone will commit it to memory and not embellish it, and we will all stick to the same story.
Okay, fair enough.
And nobody insults the oldest living bubble.
They insulted the bubble. How dare they?
You and your snow globes.
What we speak of here must never leave this room.
I mean, that's basically correct.
Either that, or if
Okay.
you give me my bag, I have drugs that'll make them all forget the last 2 days. So
Oh jeez.
Uh,
Let's
He looks
not do
yeah,
surprised.
that.
yeah, let's
So
put those
really,
drugs on the internet so everybody who watches it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it could
so
easily be called AI generated.
yeah,
well,
I
you have to
would.
remember my character's backstory is that he did psychological warfare. So yes.
Yeah, I
Aha.
know.
LSD.
Well, it was swamp gas reflecting off the moon.
Mm-hmm.
So
PSYOPs.
if you just look into this little blinky thing,
The Forget Me Light from Men in Black.
yeah,
Yep.
Aha.
the
You'll,
neuralizer.
you'll get the answer to everything.
Okay.
So is that acceptable with the council then that we do some damage control and get this figured out? And we won't join the Zambonis. I never intended on pushing for them to be able to leave, even though they asked me to. I'm going to
Oh
be like, yeah,
no.
well, the council feels that this, that, or the other thing. I can make up stuff.
Okay. He says, all right. Okay, so let's move forward with that idea that you present a plausible story. You construct a plausible story. We will certainly put some very confidential operatives to help you basically show how you were able to create a false image in everyone's visors by some hacking, to see that thing glowing and such, and we'll and once that's out there and we see what happens, we will.
I think a better idea may be to say we actually did make it glow, but it was through some kind of,
Little LEDs in my
means of
fingertips.
party entertainment, not
Right,
because
Right.
it was
Well,
special
you
crystal.
guys, you
So we
guys
didn't
come.
have to hack the stream.
Right. Well,
right.
yeah. The point here is that you need to come up with a story because once we undark you, because right now we're blocking everybody. Okay, because you notice your things are not streaming like crazy. Okay, like normal, and we'll and then but there's going to be a lot of people asking a lot of questions, especially the Zamboni group. They're and I'm assuming you're going to respond to them, and you need to
Yes.
and uh, we're gonna need to you give us permission to piggyback those conversations so we see what you actually do say and do. This is something that you can terminate it. It's not like we're going to be in your heads forever. Okay, but we want but we do need to see what you're saying to people about this, and then at which point we will then while we're fabricating a duplicate of some of these objects, and then we will return we will deliver this object and your original crystal back to you. So I will he says I suggest that you do that before you leave here, because if you go back to the university, I suspect you'll probably get mobbed.
Yeah, we gotta come up with some story. Hmm. Uh,
How about we let the person known for psychological warfare
okay. All right.
instead? Sorry.
Talk amongst yourselves. Now, the one piece of information that you may not be getting out of this, the fact is that they, um, from what you've been able to tell, the that long piece of material that he was using was in fact indestructible, which is one reason why he used it as a demonstration. Zamboni did. So there's actually an object that is indestructible, much like your crystals are indestructible.
Well, the bony indestructible piece of stuff was supposed to be the same as the piece of stuff holding up the water, right?
Well, let's just say that it was part of the same concept.
Do I not also have in my backpack a piece of very thin plastic-like material of a like 6 foot by 4 foot size that the little weird flat creatures created for the chocolate bar that they reproduced? That was
that.
indestructible as well.
Well,
it's like a sheet that was all rolled, that I folded up and put in my backpack.
We never said it was indestructible. Okay.
Oh, I haven't never tried to destroy it, but
yeah, he certainly couldn't cut it with normal knives and that.
Okay, indestructible until told otherwise.
Well, you didn't ever put it in. You never really talked about it as far as something that was submitted to IDET for analysis.
Right, I just threw it in my backpack because, this would be good for a ground tarp, but I never really thought about it more, honestly.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, I got this tarp.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, so while you're there, okay, some of the other members of the council, show up, mostly to talk to the Stretch,
for lack of a better word,
and they come over and they say hi, how's it going, and whatever. This is nice show. But you can tell
they're not happy.
They're not real happy, whatever like that. And one of them actually has your original, okay. And so and remember, you were able to identify there was somebody out there.
Somebody not too far away, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's all relative as far as that's concerned. But and they're basically taking each of these. They have like a whole big box of objects, and they keep taking them and walking over towards you and touching one of you with it and coming back and but the only two things
do they appear to be like other Zamboni artifacts as well?
You're not sure, but they might be. Okay.
I ask, what are those? Are those Zamboni things?
Fist bump? Oh, no. Okay.
This is these are things that were associated with him and during him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So here's my statement, and I'll run it by you to see if this is suitable to the council.
Okay.
We apologize for the confusion we caused at the Zamboni party. To endear ourselves to the community, I performed some sleight of hand and some visual tricks with some LEDs and a pocket torch. Basically, a magic trick. I heartfully apologize to the Zambonists, and the viewing public. Is that?
You're gonna describe the trick, or?
Well, I can go into detail about how I used an LED on the end of my finger to make the crystal glow, and like I said, I had a pocket torch, so when I prepared to cut it, it was just the torch that was concealed in my hand to cut the plastic plate, which doesn't take a whole lot.
That doesn't seem to say why you would do such a thing.
I did, to endear ourselves to the community and of the Zambonists, that I did some magic tricks at the party. No one's ever done a party trick. All right, they may not have party tricks in Victorian England.
That'll explain what you did, but the fact that the crystal glowed when Chen Wei got close to it first.
He started doing the hokey
It
pokey.
was an LED that I started playing with. I shined a light.
You're saying you shined it when I got close.
All right. Well, as you got closer, I turned on a little pocket laser and shined it at the crystal to make it appear to glow.
How about maybe like I didn't know you're going to do that, so
Of
I was
course not.
surprised at it.
There you go.
Only a few of you are in on the trick.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, anyways, they go through all these um, all these things, and you're surprised when one of them actually starts glowing orange.
What glows orange?
It's basically an orange crystal that's in a basically a block of plastic.
Oh,
Huh. It's a pylon crystal, a fringe crystal.
It looks like
it all you can see is this orange triangle, like you saw in the picture.
Oh. So the picture.
So it's a flat triangle inside a crystal.
No,
it's a crystal embedded in something.
Yeah, it's inside of some kind of plastic device of some kind.
May I see this, please?
All right. They hand it to you.
I put on some glasses and actually I have a visor on, so I can like magnify it and look at different facets of it and flip the little crystal, the little box cube. Is it a cube that it's in?
No, it's actually. It looks like it's something that would fit in something else. It's like a dodecahedron.
Oh.
With things coming out of it, like wires and things like that, places for things would attach.
So it's an orange fringe crystal inside a dodecahedron with wires coming off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
Yeah.
Maybe he was using those to power something.
Like the ocean being in the sky?
Mm-hmm.
With the ocean in the sky when I die. I trying to recall what I know about orange triangles. Is there?
Well, it's probably not a triangle. It probably is a crystal. It's just that it's embedded in something, and so all you're seeing is the end of it.
Okay.
Just like all you were seeing was the end of the one that was in the thing next to where he was standing. Zamboni was standing.
So the crystal key goes in the top of the pylon, which allows us to access the portal, the pylons, which will tell us information and lock and or alter the portal itself. What the hell was orange? Why does orange stand out in my head?
Oh yeah, if we had a partial list of them, where would orange be in the list?
There is no orange in the list. Is the thing?
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
Yes.
I don't.
It's at the very bottom. It's like right above the black one.
Okay, that's not what's on this one.
Are you looking at the list from Oates' journal or something?
The player's guide.
Oh.
The Fringeworthy player's guide that you put out. Let me check the D20 one. Because I mean, I know the orange is supposed to mean something. I'm just trying to remember what the heck it was.
Let me get it.
I'm working on it. You can do it too. We can all do it.
Thank you, He-Man.
Knowing is half the battle.
Yo, Joe.
Hail Hydra. I mean, what?
Hail Hydrate.
All hail the bubble.
All hail the bubble.
May
the bubble forever be in the snow globe.
You don't insult the oldest living bubble and expect to get away with it.
Is that the title to tonight's game? All hail the bubble?
Maybe.
Yeah.
All hail the bubble.
Ah, hail the bubble. Black
Oh, the
is
title for tonight's game is
heavy
Fenway
machinery
draws his
key.
heavy laser rifle.
Okay, so black is the lowest one, which is a planetary crystal.
I'm still saying congratulations to Ken
Orange
for
is a
getting the
heavy
title last
machinery
week.
key. So
There you go.
brown is a limited access maintenance, and blue is a limited security.
Mm-hmm.
So the orange is a utility key, essentially, of some sort. It runs machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Power
And
source.
this is machinery.
Hence
Yeah, I got
So
it.
this
the possibility of it holding up the
this
ocean.
this D12 that it's in, or is it a D20? Is it a duodeca or a dodeca?
So you're asking me a
Bruce?
question.
Yeah. Is it a 20-sided or a 12-sided?
Let me see. It is a 12-sided.
12-sided. Okay.
Now, is your character the one that has that fringe awareness kind of thing?
I do.
Okay.
I have a lot of fringe skills.
Okay. You get this feeling that there's something you should be doing with this thing. That you're
Fringe tech savant. That's what
yeah,
it is.
your hand is being drawn to over the face of where the actual crystal should be inside
Okay,
of this.
so it says I get a +2 to my smarts roll for fringe technology. So
Okay.
should I just roll something and see if I can figure out?
Sure.
Maybe I can't. I'm gonna use a Benny.
Roll them bones.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 5, so this time I got an 11 plus 2 is a 13.
Yeah.
So
you take your hand and you basically just rest it on the thing over top of where the crystal is, okay?
okay.
And you just seem to concentrate on it, and your finger basically penetrates this clear material and actually touches the crystal.
What?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Touch me.
Which basically is a big surprise to you. What is your reaction when that happens?
My eyes get big and I go, "Ooh, what the heck happened there?"
You keep your finger there?
I do, for the sake.
Maybe we shouldn't fiddle with this thing. We don't know what it's going to do. We don't want it to suddenly create a giant, 100-meter tall wall here in this room.
Maybe we do. Yeah. It'll let us escape.
Can I launch Kenway into space with it? No.
Yeah, one of the council members realizes what you've done and says, "Hey, get away from that thing."
Yeah,
do I get a sense of it doing anything, or just that I've touched the crystal?
You get a feeling that you can activate something. Do you want to do that?
Activate? Yes. No.
Oh no!
Yes.
No!
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
I want to push the shiny red candy-like button, but
Push the shiny candy
Come on,
like button.
Patrick.
Do it.
Push it.
Do it.
we have no idea what's going to happen if I do, though.
It might just say, "Do not press this button again."
Yeah, you're seeing over on your visor. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You have Angel behind you, silently
Angels there going. Do it. Do it.
Just literally going. Do it. Do it.
I'm going to say
it's like
yes.
watching an anime, and all kinds of things all words are appearing on the screen all around an object. Or something.
Watching SpongeBob. Yeah.
That's where the Earless Living Bubble came from.
Okay, I activate.
Okay,
Right.
it rips out of your hands, flies across the room, and slams into a wall, and just and just stays there quivering.
Well, that's new.
That is slightly less exciting than I expected.
Maybe it wants to go outside.
It's got to go potty.
Okay.
Sure,
Everybody, give me a. Let's see. Does anybody have? Is there still a skill in Streetwise?
Yep.
Yes.
Everybody, give me a Streetwise check.
Okay, that's D8.
All right, let's do this and.
Yeah, Chen Wei, you do it at a -2 due to cultural issues.
Just gonna.
Yeah,
I got a
I
7.
don't actually have it anyway. Although, if that's a skill, that's something I would have bought, and I have a lot of points.
Well, I'm
Okay.
saying it is
I mean,
a
I
skill.
won't.
It is a skill, but you could have, but you may never have taken it. Set a
No, I didn't take it. I'm just doing a D4 -2. I rolled 2 1s anyway.
All right.
Critical failure. All right.
So Chenway stares at the floor.
I only
He's
rolled
just
3.
like, wow. I wonder what that means.
And
I
then
got a
just
9.
lost interest.
It's me.
I got an 8.
I got a 6. Please tell me Chuck got a 7.
I got a 3.
Oh.
All
I
right.
don't have Streetwise.
Who got the 9?
I did.
Okay. Deep in your childhood, you watched a lot of animated features.
Okay.
And one of the ones you watched was a movie called Iron Giant.
Yep, I sure did.
Oh, there you go.
And at the end of Iron Giant, he gets blown to smithereens.
Right.
And it was a very traumatic
Very
scene
sad.
for everybody. But then what happened?
I don't remember.
All the parts sort of started working their way together, coalescing at the North Pole. And you just think this thing's trying to go home.
I told you it wanted to go outside.
And you're not wrong.
I was technically not wrong.
No.
I say, can you turn that thing off? I don't know what it's doing, but you don't want it to break the wall down.
Shh. Let it cook.
I will walk over to the crystal or
Uh-huh.
the D12, place my hand on it again,
Yeah.
and attempt to turn it off.
Are you going to try to touch the crystal again?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and you put your finger on it, and your finger slowly melts inside. There was no hole, by the way. It's just,
Right.
Now you just have this creepy feeling that you're merging with the plastic or whatever this crystalline material is of this device.
I become
Go
one
in
with the
and
crystal.
you touch it, and it just drops, into your hands. At which point the council member snaps his fingers, and a couple burly looking dudes come running up to take it from you.
That was interesting.
And
That was a bad idea.
And he goes and looks at all you people, and he says, "This did not happen."
But it did.
Then what did?
Well, it's not in public, so no, we're not going to tell anyone about it.
I think we need to have a little conversation at some point.
All right, he says, he says, why don't you? He says, I and the rest of the council members are going to leave at this point, taking all the artifacts with us for now. Okay, and you guys can finish constructing your narrative, and we will be back, in a few hours, to after we have a discussion, and we'll see what you come up with.
Okay.
And they proceed to leave.
Well,
I think we created some trouble.
well, duh.
You think?
We create trouble everywhere we go. Haven't we figured that out yet?
We're usually
What do you
known
mean
as
Trouble
we,
evil
white
follows
for a
us
reason.
like an annoying little brother. I mean, come on.
What do you mean we?
You do seem to be touch points, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Even literally in this case.
Um,
I'm sure they're going to give the crystals back.
Well, they
Yeah.
promised they would, and if they break their
No,
promise,
well, they promised they'd give us the blue one, and even then they could say, we're taking these because you're going to mess things up with them. We don't
No.
want you blowing things up.
Ultimatum.
let me explain things.
If they don't give us back the crystals, then we can expose them for all they are.
We have no leverage. We expose them, they can shoot us.
We have the eyes of the
They can shoot us
entire
anyways.
city.
They control everything around here.
Yeah, but we
It's
have the
obvious
eyes
that
of
they
the
can
entire
shut off
city.
the transmissions. It's obvious they can do all sorts of stuff.
But that would also spark these people into wondering what's really
Right,
going
and if
on.
we suddenly disappeared, that wouldn't go well for them either.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last we were seen was going off to the.
But it would go extremely poorly for us.
No.
That's the risk we took when we became
Yeah.
fringe explorers.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We have run into so many things that could kill us, but have yet to do so.
I'm still trying to figure out how you guys
some of them have
survived the
tried.
corn people.
What's that?
I'm still trying to figure out how you
the
guys
corn
survived
people?
the corn people.
Explosives. And we ran
Yeah.
away.
Right. And dragons tried to breathe on you guys.
And
Dragons
look
have
where
breathed on- tried to breathe on
that
us.
got at Petrova.
She's very happy where she's at.
She is
Little
really happy.
bloodthirsty maniac that she is.
You said you sensed somebody within a certain amount of distance that is Fringeworthy.
I want to point out something.
Yes.
We know that there's at least.
You can detect it. I don't know if he has that particular skill that allows him to basically do things without a crystal.
Which reminds me, Bruce, do I need to take each one of those abilities as a separate, advance edge? So, the torch, do I need to take that as an edge, or does that come with crystal use?
I think it's described in the actual thing. Whenever you take more crystal use, whether you get more abilities.
See, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to put it into crystal use or if I was supposed to buy those as edges. So that's where I was confused.
I think you actually are supposed to buy them as edges, like superpower.
Okay, so because that's where it gets weird. Because in the regular D20 game, it says one thing, and in this one, it says something else.
We're talking about Savage Worlds here. In the
right. So
D20, it was all based upon the DC of crystal use. But
right.
in the Savage Worlds game, it's more like one of those arcane background things.
Okay, so I'll need to take each one as an edge.
I think so, but
when
we
I
can
advance.
talk about that offline.
That's the way it is with psionics.
Once you get your initial number of them, right?
Right.
When you initially take psionics, I believe you get like up to 4, or is it just 1
2
or
2 or 3, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And after that, I think you have to take 1 per additional one.
You have to take the new power edge, which gives you another ability.
Right.
Okay. Well, we'll discuss it, like you said. Sorry. Oreos are better. I'm telling you right now, the dark chocolate Oreos are of the freaking devil.
Oh, they are good.
Oh, God, they're so good.
Oh,
I ate an entire package of them in 4 days.
Oh no!
Oh, what's Bruce
what
got?
do you got?
Oh, he's got the brownies.
Yes.
I had a brownie for lunch.
They have wicked cupcakes too. Oh God, those are carrot cakes.
Steal your chocolate.
I just have
the little carrot cakes are my favorite.
Cinnamon,
little Debbie Swiss rolls are my absolute crack.
Yeah. Nutty Buddies.
Yeah.
The Nutty Bars or whatever they are.
All right, right. Okay, back to the game.
Okay, back to the game. Sorry.
Okay, now we pretty much have our original story, and I mean, well, not original story.
I have the
story we
basics. I
came
have the
up with.
basis for the
Yeah.
story. If you want me to flesh it out with how I did the tricks, well, a magician never tells you how he did his trick. But
Well, you're going to
Yeah.
probably
Sure,
have
yeah,
to
no
if you
problem.
convince people.
And I did want to say that I was not aware you're going to do this.
You want to convince people that you are a legitimate fraud.
right. So what I will do is I will show that with this little handheld laser pointer like you use for cats,
Mhm.
that I can shine a light into something and it will refract once you actually hit something with it. And then with the torch, you just amp up that little laser and make it hotter, focused more, and it will cut things. Does that work?
Okay.
It probably won't look the same, but maybe you could.
Why wouldn't it? Lasers
slightly
are
alter
invisible.
it. Well, yeah, but the beam from the crystal wasn't invisible, right?
Yeah. You're going to need to basically get. This is not a problem. I just explained it. You're going to probably need to get one of the council members to give you a user, basically a fake user name so you can access your data buddy can access the stream properly.
Oh, yeah.
So that it can basically check to see whether or not the tech level actually supports that, which it does, by the way.
It can also do, hey, I dug into how this guy did this, and it was all bullshit because he did this. Like those guys that like to.
Yeah, you could post a fake report saying
Right.
that you figured out.
I
And
did the
pretends
same
to come from
experiment at
somebody
home
else.
Conspiracy
with
theory,
stuff I
people?
found in my kitchen.
Oh, geez, not the conspiracy theory, people.
Oh, yeah, you got to love them.
Anything.
No.
Alien beings live in my.
I like
I hear-
laughing at them.
I hear them talking at night. They have their own special gurgle code and tap code.
What was the one that I recently read about the microwave that the power went off, and when it came back on, they heard noises and it was talking to them?
That's just called them being crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, maybe you
Well,
should go see your doctor about that.
It's always
Hypothetically.
possible that you could get some kind of cross circuit and they actually could act like a radio receiver and actually
Yeah,
start.
well, we do use microwaves to transmit. In fact, when you hold your cell phone up to your head, you're beaming microwaves into it.
That's right.
Um,
Viva the microwaves.
The goldfish are speaking to me. I'll hail the bubble.
Yeah, but Angel, the goldfish lie.
Yeah, so's the cake.
The cake is a
Send
lie.
Angel to
The
the
cake is a
laughing.
lie. The cake is the lie. So my friend bought these sprinklers that come on these tripods, and I said he needed to build a little tube on the top so when it would track around, it would be like the portal turrets.
Mhm.
Both Angel and Kaitlin may need to go to a psychiatric ward after this.
All right.
Like she didn't before.
Give me a science check to see how well you cobble together your pseudoscience fakery theory, presentation.
So should I use science, including my? Let's see. I have interrogation and intimidation because there is no deception.
Yes, there is.
There is?
Yeah,
I never saw it.
Isn't it one of the skills?
Oh,
Persuade.
persuasion.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking deception, but
Close enough.
Interrogation allows you to tell whether someone's lying to you. Reasons we added it because there was no sense motive in this particular system.
And intimidation is to scare someone.
Well, that's right. And
Persuasion is to convince them.
Yeah, intimidation is a very poor skill in this system. Let's not go there. I personally.
Why did I spend so much information? Well, so many points on it then.
Yeah, it's like I intimidate you, okay, and now you always hate me.
Boo! I scare you.
I mean, in life you get intimidated. Time, big truck comes towards you, and you don't listen to truck coon, okay, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to step out in the road, okay. Afterwards, you don't continue to hate trucks.
I don't know, maybe.
I know I do.
I still hate fireworks.
Do you?
I do too.
I do.
Okay.
God, it was like living in a freaking Fallujah last couple of days.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, did you make a roll?
I did. I rolled a 6 on my science.
Okay.
And my
right.
persuasion.
Well, that's
Okay, I got a 6 for science.
Yeah, mostly you're just writing this down. You're not actually presenting it to anybody. But yeah, you
Okay.
are. In your writing, you're presenting. So yeah, go ahead and give me that.
Okay. And I got a 9 for my persuasion. Woohoo!
Okay. So you're bullshitting like crazy, and your science isn't with a raise. Okay, unless you want to toss in your card for your another 2 points and give it a
What's
raise.
my card? I didn't even look at my card. Where is my card?
It's up there somewhere in the
It's
chat.
also in general if
Oh,
you really
there it
want to
is.
look at it.
Oh, it's in general? Okay.
There-
Well, I got
I
it
didn't
right
put-
here.
I didn't think.
Mine is play this card when I'm in pursuit of a character shortcut. Yeah, I'll play my card.
Okay. So now you got a raise. So that's
Because I don't think I'll be chasing anybody soon.
All right. Well, you never know in this game.
Well, of course, and once
There was
I
a
use
really
my
good
card.
chance you guys could have been chasing that object. That was,
There hadn't been a wall in the way.
That's right.
I don't
There
think
was
we
a
would have
wall
caught
in
it,
the way.
though.
Yeah. If
I
you'd
don't
been
know if I
out-
would have
if
wanted
you-
to get in
if
front
you
of
had
it
been
either.
Actually outdoors.
Get in front of
when you
it and
did
hold
that.
on to it.
Yeah. Ooh. Put on a pair of skis.
No, just hold on for dear life. Whee!
Great
that,
until it
Pat?
hits a cave wall.
Wait, let Pat talk. Yes, Pat.
Get in front of it and put on some rollerblades and then activate
Right,
it.
exactly. Yeah, the
There
same
you go.
skis, whatever. Yeah. It's just there's ice and snow up on the
Whatever
surface.
it takes.
So yeah. Okay. All right. So they come back and they basically you present your spiel. They look at the evidence you have fabricated to support it. Okay. Picking out objects that were in the available stream things that you could buy. Stuff like that. And I look at it, says that's pretty good. You look like you've done this before.
I'm a professional philosopher, stand-up philosopher.
I know what that is.
And they say, "Oh, a bullshit expert." Okay.
Yes.
Oh, took the words right on my mouth.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Good. Okay. So we'll release this.
I wanted to be a psychotherapist, but
Yeah.
We're crazy enough.
But and we'll see what the reaction is. Okay. And of course they do. And the reaction is positive. Most people are buying it.
All right.
About 60% of the people, the 60% of the things like, oh, I knew it was all fakery. And then about 40% of them are going is it, yeah, but were they lying then or are they lying? Kind of thing. So.
And then there's that one guy that says, I think magicians should be taxed.
He was right.
Well, a couple of people think you should be, strung up by your toes. And then responds. And then people respond to that and says, "But what if they like that?" And then it degenerates into people start block.
That's called being kinky as hell.
That violates my color code that says, "Don't make me feel bad."
That's why it's blocking. You've already put in things on your
You hurt my feeler.
Yeah. So all you people that say things, I don't want to see something of a sexual nature, all of a sudden it's like block. So
I can't see anything now.
I'm scrolling through those just to be funny.
Have you ever seen the Black Mirror?
Yeah.
The one where they actually can block people out and they just become this gray blob, and the one guy gets committed, so everybody just sees him as this red blob, and he can't see anybody else.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Good series if you haven't watched it.
Suck. Yeah.
It would really suck. You have an argument with your girlfriend, she blocks you forever.
Ouch.
There's an old science fiction story called In the Country of the Kind, where a man was basically diagnosed with uncontrollable violent tendencies. But and so what they decided to do was they decided to essentially reject him, not eject, reject him from society. So basically, everybody, whenever they see him, everyone's just supposed to ignore him, and
I've seen
he
that movie.
and he can't actually. He's actually been wired, so he actually can't do physical harm. If he gets to the point of physical harm to somebody, then he falls unconscious. Okay, so he's always trying to come up with these tricks to make people, trying to get them to be afraid of him because he wants them to acknowledge him because they're ignoring him. Okay, and or he's trying to hurt them without hurting them. And one of the tricks he comes up with is that he starts throwing uh, like things at somebody, but it doesn't actually hurt them, and then he picks up was supposed to be a boiling hot tureen of soup and throws them at them, and somebody who realizes what's going, oh, ice water, and the person gets hit with it, and because ice water, if you don't expect it, it's the shock that you feel is as if you've been hit with boiling hot water.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't actually hurt you, but psychologically,
Right,
is like that, and so they relax once they realize they're just going to get hit with ice. At which point, people show up and drag him off because he's being a pain. Yeah, so, and the whole question, of course, is that, is this an acceptable way of treating people who are violent?
right.
Who
Or has it become to the point where it's actually more violent, more inhumane than?
Yeah, which is more humane, basically locking him away, killing him, or doing what they did here. So it's one of those kind of science fiction.
It's a very philosophical question that's still argued today.
Right.
And now we just send him to alligator camp.
Right. Michael Valentine
Out of here.
from Stranger in a Strange Land would say, well, if you're going to kill somebody, you should give them the option of basically being executed instead, because
right,
that's it's inhumane, to put somebody in confinement like that.
Agree.
And
but in some cases,
his lawyer agreed with him, but most people did not.
Right. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with what's his name, the serial killer that they finally caught in Florida.
Which one?
A lot of serial killers. A recent one?
It was in the 80s or something like that. He was like, "I'll buy the bullets, just kill me, don't leave me locked up in prison."
Oh, that guy, the guy that demanded a firing squad.
Right. He didn't.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Want to be locked up for the rest of his life.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Gary? Was it Gary something?
Probably.
Gary Gilmore?
Yeah, I think you're right. He demanded the death penalty. Okay.
Right.
All right. So, anyways, at this point, they say, all right, okay, so you guys can hang around here. You're free to go. And
you got my crystals?
He says, we will give you your the art, what we promised you back in 3 days, just in case something
just so
happens.
It dies down.
Yeah, after we make sure that nobody's going to engage.
I just really want to investigate these things, because this once again lends credence to our story about being from another dimension, essentially. And I'm telling this to them. This lends credence to my story, and our knowledge of how we are traveling is very limited to what we know. And this is the first time I've come across these artifacts. Mm-hmm. So it's important that I investigate them to have a better understanding of the greater scope of things. I also want to find the Fringeworthy person that's in the area, or what Fringeworthy people are in the area.
There's at least one. At least one.
No, there's at least one, and that's the first one we found, other than
Susan.
Well, Susan became Fringeworthy because she was in.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
No longer had the brain of Susan; it was the brain of Teresa.
It was the brain.
Annika.
It was the brain of Annika that was Fringeworthy, not the body.
Right.
Who's Teresa?
But I don't. Oh, that's a different character that he played. I think.
Yes.
Chuck is over.
Space
Oh,
game.
yes, the race
Chuck
sense.
is over there offended. It's like, am I nothing to you people? You forget my characters so easily.
I was trying to think of what's his name.
We're not all Chen Wei who plays the same character.
What's his name that we found on the garbage world, the Skyfall world?
Ooh, wait a second.
Can't even think of his name.
Hold on. He's on my list. Walker.
Oh,
Walker.
Walker. Yeah.
Walker was the only other Fringeworthy person that we've met in our adventures, other than the Slarg and the other things, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Slarg.
Yeah. Well,
but,
you don't usually run into large populations of people. That's
right. We've been hitting smaller groups, so this is kind of interesting to me. Also, is finding out who else is Fringeworthy and who they are, and do they have any clue?
And sometimes when you're in places where there are a lot of people, it doesn't occur to you to get the crystal out and check. There's that too. Okay. All right. Anyway, so you guys gonna head home, or are you gonna go somewhere else, or where do you want to go?
Should we stay at a hotel or something for the night, just so
we can may as well head home, unless you think there's a chance, that somebody's gonna mob us.
There's no transient.
That's true. Why would they have a Motel 6?
Yeah.
They requested that we do all this, have them put us up for the night.
Well, they told you can leave whenever you want.
Can leave whenever we want.
We just go home.
You can go back to the university. Basically, it's like a second home, because they originally they would be living with their parents, then they would be living at the university, and then they would be getting a stay as an adult. Okay, but in all these cases, it's not like overnight stay.
Okay, let's just go back to university.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty.
So it caused
Okay. Now, question to the party. Do you want to tell them about finding Fringeworthy, and that there may be one or two people of interest?
No.
Do I want to, or do I want to tell others?
Do we think it's a good idea to tell the council about it?
No.
That's a big no.
My question is, why do you think it's possibly a good idea?
Because the council is the group of people we're going to have to deal with if we're going to have any dealings with this world. And this world is like a place we need to have dealings with.
Witch hunt.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna basically cause these people to go witch and just hunt these people down, if they had a means of doing it.
Or the inclination to do so. I think we need to approach this strategically, and that would be approach the individual first and find out who they are, get a sense of how they perceive things, and then go from there.
Well, most Fringeworthy are random people.
Well, right, but how did they think back to when they first approached you and said, "Hey, you're Fringeworthy, come with us."
I mean, there was agents of the Crown that did that.
Yeah, were you thrilled?
No, I had no idea what they were talking about, because it's not open on my world as it is on your world.
Exactly, and nobody knows about it here, so let's leave it that way.
Agreed.
I don't want to do the same thing that would put that person. I want to approach them and say, "Hey, I'm so and so, and let's get to know them." And go, you know what? I kind of know something, and that is we're kindred spirits, kind of thing. You ease someone into it. I mean, for me, the army just said, "Hey, you need to go report here."
What are you going to tell them, though? And what are you going to tell them that would prove it, other than
I don't know yet.
We'd have to get to know them as a person first.
And I also need the crystal before I can even find them at this point. So
exactly.
I'm not going to just say, "Hey, by the way, you got Fringeworthy people here," because that doesn't do any good. So
there's Fringeworthy people here. Fringeworthy people. See, nobody cares.
The new phone book's here. The new phone book.
Yay.
Channeling a little bit of Jurassic Park there.
See, nobody cares. Yeah, what's his name? Stephen First or whatever? The computer guy? Died in a most unfortunate. Yeah, Stephen Jobs, the guy. Yeah. No, from Jurassic Park, the guy that stole the...
Oh, Wayne Knight. Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight
Wayne
was
Knight.
the actor.
Okay, I couldn't remember who it
Wayne
was.
Knight played the actor. It was the actor
Yeah.
who played the traitor.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. All right,
Angel's
very
typing
good.
a novel apparently because I've seen her little dots moving for like 3 minutes now.
Liar.
Oh, she just
So-
types one finger.
I type slow, okay? Because I'm
So
usually trying to
we're going to
read.
head back to the university, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you go back to the
Okay.
university, and oh my,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Sounded
There-
like George Takei.
there are people protesting you. They
Uh-oh.
are.
What are they protesting?
They're protesting these newcomers who think so poorly of us that they're willing to engage in fraud and stuff like that. What kind of, they must be outcasts from their own society, and they're the garbage people who came among us.
Oh hell, they're MAGAs.
I'm innocent.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, basically they're taking the fact that you tried to pull,
A fast
They're-
one on them.
pull
Then-
a fast one on them as basically a violation of social contract.
I say, hey, I had no
What
idea
social
what was going
contract? I
on.
signed no social contract with them.
Oh, jeez.
I'm actually willing to stand there and debate it with them if they'd like.
You can
Sure,
do it
sounds
to your
good.
advisor. Okay, I mean, so there are people that are standing there with signs. Before you had them all cheering you. Now they're all standing there with signs saying,
So, like, are we talking like 1,000 people,
Go
or
back to your survivalist bolt hole. See if they'll take you back.
and I basically responded to that with, "Do you not like being entertained?"
Oh, jeez. I'm walking.
Yeah, me
walk.
too.
I'm gonna butt heads because this strikes a chord with me.
Yeah, butt heads.
Okay. Mike looks at them and says, "We got kicked out of our bolt hole as a punishment, yes. And the worst punishment they could think of was to send us here."
Oh, God.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Then
I say, look, I have nothing to do with this. Wasn't my
On
idea.
your arms, you're getting
Nobody
like,
told me about
block,
this.
Block. It's like
Nobody told me about this.
a lot of harsh things. Oh, you're claiming innocence. Okay.
Just
Oh yeah, like I already said that it's the story should be that it's not that I didn't know he was going to do that.
I'm not
You
claiming
want to
it.
come
okay.
out from behind that phone and take one of these?
So, are you? What? So someone will say, why did they throw you out then
What?
from the place? They're assuming
They didn't
right now
kick
the
us
narrative
out.
They
is-
didn't kick us out. He was making a joke.
Mike looks at the
Treadway,
guy
you
and
ran away,
says,
remember?
Mike looks at the guy and says, "It was because of my temper."
I'm gonna take
Not
Mike by
another
the
joke.
arm and just walk him away. Come
I'm
on.
actually going to engage in intellectual discussion and break down their arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's going to work.
Oh, I know it won't work. It's like
It's
arguing
like
with anti-vaxxers.
going to YouTube or
There's only
Yeah,
one
exactly.
thing that people like you understand.
Yes. Oh,
Pretty much, yeah.
One thing you don't
Yeah.
At
give
this
them
point,
is attention.
just be glad we don't have Ronan with us because he'd pull a grenade.
Oh,
True. This is true. He'd be hosing.
I have read the stories of Ronan. Yeah, not good.
I'll kill everyone, starting
Yeah,
with
that's
myself.
It was
So-
that way when he got here and all through training too. No.
Okay. All right. So,
So
yeah,
I
they-
let Angel
they-
pull me away.
They will
because
definitely
Angel's a
trade
good
insults
person.
with you as long as you wish to do so.
Oh yeah.
And,
Let's see how much stamina do I have for putting up with idiots. So, I mean, sometimes I just like to egg people on for the sake of doing it.
Mike doesn't like that. Mike,
yeah, that's why I'm pulling you away.
yeah.
Gandalf,
I'm-
if you don't If you don't
I
want to fight,
enjoyed
come with
debate in
me.
college.
I'm not fighting. I'm just watching Jason debate with them.
Oh, jeez.
And the best part is it's like debating a 3-year-old that will not change their mind.
See, at this point, Angel's been in front of a camera way too many times to just go, no, I'm not even going to bother with you. I'm walking away.
Jeez.
What do you do in front of the camera, Angel?
Horse races.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like a
Oh,
TikTok
jeez.
person or
Oh,
something.
hell no. Believe it or not,
I'm not
some
a
of those.
tic-tac-toe person either.
Believe it or not, some of those horse races actually get quite a bit of media attention, especially in the
So,
States.
Oh, wow.
for the sake
Okay.
of fun, for about an hour, I will debate the pros and cons of prestidigitation, social anxieties, social norming, and the ideals of entertainment and parlor tricks throughout
When you,
history.
about half an hour later, I send a message to you saying, "Are you winning or losing?"
Well, the
I
crowd
said,
has gone. Some of the people have left, but the crowd has swollen to 10% larger than it was before.
Oh, okay.
and they're getting angrier.
I don't think they're any. I don't think they're any less angry. So basically, they're it's
Bruce, I'm using my emergency bottle.
Okay.
In response to Chen Wei, I respond, "Who cares?
Yeah,
if I'm winning or losing?"
Apparently they are. They're just as good at arguing as you.
Okay.
And they are, and they, their points are along the lines of, we don't really know who you are, only what you say you are.
I don't know who you are either. So what do you mean?
Most people actually, I mean, unless you want to claim that they faked their identities in the stream, they could be tracked back to practically their birth. Anybody in the area. Okay, so everybody is, this is a closed society, more or less.
Right. So my closing argument will be my closing argument is, well, geez, we've been here for a whole couple of whole week. Maybe you should give us a chance before you start making, unfounded opinions on people based on a couple of moments of video feed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, they don't seem to be.
I mean, you're the color code people.
The people that are there don't seem to be inclined to.
Yeah, they seem
and
like.
How would your God feel about the way you treat outsiders?
It could be Christian nationalists.
Well, remember.
Well, I could quote Leviticus and
they are
do the whole honor
many
your
different gods here. Okay, so.
Right, but I could quote Leviticus to those that were the Catholic faith and say, well, obviously you should treat your travelers and what is it, the immigrants with as neighbors and good fellows and whatnot.
Because you yourself are one stranger.
I wish someone would say,
once a
"We're not
stranger."
Jewish."
Oy vey.
Oy vey. Maybe you should be.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, like I said, it's
I'll wander off eventually because I'll get bored with them.
They don't seem to be inclined to engage in any kind of violent demonstration against you. Okay.
No, I'm not being violent.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just saying, but because you're all connected in stream, essentially they're talking, you're talking, you can listen. They can listen to you if they care to. Mostly it's everybody, just going and expressing these people expressing their disappointment, anger. We thought, I can't believe I respected you. I can't believe I wanted to have your baby. That at least happens at least once.
I can't believe you wanted to have my baby.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
What kind of sleuth are you?
Oh man! Wow.
He's bringing out the heavy
block.
Everybody can block me. I do not care.
I'm just saying, it's like, it's a media circus, and you're just feeding the piranha. So,
Sometimes.
That's why I walked away.
yeah.
I'm
So
not
anyway,
doing
Get them
that.
signs autographs.
So how long are you going to keep at this?
Like I said, I do it for about an hour, then I go, whatever.
Okay, so they're still there when you leave. Right.
Okay, that's fine. They can stand out there
They
all night long.
even got bigger. So anyway, so you
Whatever.
guys go back in. You go up to your rooms, and
Who's gonna drag Mike to his room because he's passed out?
Why?
he
Drank his
emergency bottle.
emergency bottle.
I dragged you away.
She already
remember?
drug you to your room. You were drug away way off at the beginning because you were going to get all
I
fisticuffy.
thought you put me back in the car or something.
No, we just went into the building. Why would we put you in the car?
I don't know. I'm not you.
You
If Angel drugged me in my room, that's fine.
I dragged you to your room. You drank your
Gandalf, I don't
emergency
think they
bottle in
want.
your room.
I don't think they want your autograph here. They want our. They want to block us, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, block this. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Drink your bottle.
And, if anyone approaches, he signs an autograph form.
Oh, jeez.
Sell it to him for 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, so
5 minutes an autograph.
So the next day when you wake up or whatever, your database will tell you that though you are tracking in the 64% percentile as far as interest in what's going on with you, you have a 60% approval rating.
A 60 or 16?
16% approval rating.
Oh, whatever. Oh well.
As long as this doesn't somehow get back to
what groups do approve of us? Is there any special group that approves of us?
Yeah, the intelligent people. Yeah.
Basically, the Society of Practical Jokers. They
only had a 16% approval rating anyway.
Right.
There you go.
But I mean, it's
the Society of Circus Clowns.
Essentially, you seem to be tracking well with what would be considered either old farts or young rapscallions.
The get off my lawn community and the
all right, cool.
And the edgy.
Come on,
edgy,
Grandpa.
I don't want to be.
Come on, Grandpa. Let's get you to bed.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I mean the ones that like they like to stir things up.
You mean the OK Boomers?
Yeah, the OK Boomers.
I guess we could start our own society, the Society of the Posters.
You're welcome to do that. Yeah, after all, Anyway,
the Oddfellows Lodge.
Right, currently, all of offers for marriage and or sperm donations or whatever, and or egg fertilizations have been withdrawn.
All of them?
There's
not even. See, I wouldn't want to be with those people anyways. I want the crazy chick. So, the one crazy Korean girl.
Currently, there's some strong question of moral turpitude.
Jesus, we've gotten a little extreme here.
And the
internet's like that.
They lump us all together.
You've been burned in FG in a number.
Is there like any news about this, like on like a news site?
Well, there's lots of news sites. Okay, in 61 locations throughout the city, one or more of the members of the, especially you, Jason, has been burned in effigy. And
I like to leave my mark.
Yes, and it's and the only comment that anybody's made is that it appears that the effigies of newcomer Jason has a very small pee-pee.
Oh, that's true.
Uh-oh.
I may not be able to hit the bottom of a tuna can, but.
Anyways, it's
I'll feed into it and I'll just respond. Gosh, that's true.
Jason, no.
So what is the actual news? What do the actual news sites say about this?
That's it.
The actual news site says that there was a disruption that occurred at a fringe interest group called, In Search of Zamboni, where one of the newcomers caused the onlookers and the people present to think that some of the ancient Zamboni artifacts were in fact active in an unusual way, and which and that it and that the Central Council basically collected all the objects and the newcomers for a period of about for their safety.
It's a good thing I didn't do this.
So are there any conspiracy theories that are guessing that the government is trying to cover something up? I mean,
yeah,
obviously we can't, say, yeah, they're right, but are there any?
There's all kinds of crazy theories. There's like Zamboni turned, okay, the Zambonists are trying to create a new religion based upon, by elevating Zamboni, a secular
God
form
status.
of statehood. There's some people that think that stock manipulation going on. That this is merely another ploy. It's a ploy by the newcomers and the Zaboni to basically milk seconds from onlookers by creating an unusual interest. Because, like, the feed from the thing from the event or whatever like that is now been shared by a lot of people and seen, and a lot of people who otherwise would not have paid any attention has taken it, and that, of course, that feed is monetized, and therefore their group has collected a lot of money. So there's a lot of question about maybe this was a prank that was done intentionally to separate fools from their money and such.
So are there anybody saying the government is covering things up?
Oh yeah. There's those people who think that you guys were all snatched because you'd revealed something that the government, had thought was covered up, but in fact it wasn't. And what was this? What was this mysterious conversation between the newcomer and the Central Council? It's there are. So far, there haven't been any unconfirmed reports of strange things happening at the home of one of the council members, which would indicate that some of the people that were working there might have seen or heard something and revealed it surreptitiously. But so far, that hasn't happened. So maybe that may come out later. So I was, there's because everybody who's got a visor, can record stuff around them at all times. It's like the ultimate, phone camera. But while you were there, your feed to the rest of the data flow was blocked, or it was through very controlled channels. Like they did let you go and do, do into a read only, basically, to the stream, so you could get information that you were needing in order to create your fiction. So, anyways, it looks like it looks like it's going to be going on for quite a few days, and lots of people making money off of people. Some people, by the way, are claiming that this is a burden on the poorer members of of society because their elective minutes are being used up watching something of no real value just because it's entertaining. The internet is not free. Everybody gets a basic income, whatever access. So, but and a lot of them are using basic access for this.
So I will broadcast my philosophical ramblings for free.
Okay.
No,
All right.
You do that. That's great.
Don't you actually have to pay in order to broadcast something?
No, actually, it's only people who want to monitor. Everything else is otherwise. So yeah.
Oh.
But most things that people are interested in listening to are the government announcements are all free. Most other things, like I said, unless it's for some weird fringe group, they're monetized. And these people are definitely the Zamboni uplift people are in search of Zamboni. They are definitely monetized. Okay, they want people to support their efforts. And they claim that the monies that they receive are used to fabricate and store equipment for them to use, on the surface. So they supposedly have some large stock of expeditionary gear that they are, that they have been amassing for, in the hopes that someday they, will. Now, of course, right, and of course, the more money you have, in the case of minutes, the better equipment you can research and stuff, So the buying, like I say, buying permanent access to certain books, and other making copies of the data. So there's this, this group has not been very well funded in the past, So, and
Right now, folks, I'd like to review our general stores. We've got a can of beans, a rope,
yeah,
and a
and the
flashlight.
whole reason of doing the toga
Right.
flame is the entertainment it was for, was the fact is it was something that they could sell.
And they got a lot of money out of people watching us screw around. So
Yeah.
so that's fine.
That's why some of the theories are that this was a collusion between you two to engage in this fraud.
It's not fraud. Were they entertained? Yes.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, well, they didn't ask to be entertained, so it's fraud.
They paid into it to watch what was going on. That's what they got.
especially since
Fraud would be saying that we're going to give you something and not do it.
he's not wrong.
Sorry, taking off my lawyer wig, setting it
Sounds
aside.
like
He's not wrong.
sophistry to me.
What's that?
Not
Sounds like
wrong.
sophistry to me.
Sophistry?
Sophistry.
Sophistry.
Yes.
I have to look that word up.
Yes. If I sell you,
Was using
if I sell you a lottery ticket that has only 1 in 1,000,000% chance less of winning, and you find out it's a day-old lottery ticket, did they actually engage in fraud?
Not doing a plausible but fallacious argument.
Okay. All right. So now that all this has happened, what are you going to do? I mean, I'm assuming you're going to go and try to find this person, right? Well, you have to wait a couple of days to get the crystal. Unless you think you can.
I lay low for
I'm
a
a little
couple of days.
skeptical about what we could possibly say to this person once we found him, other than I decided I want to meet a random person.
Well, right now you're physically going to have to track to them. You don't know who they are or where they are really.
Unless it turns out there's somebody significant somehow. And even then, the government will probably get really pissed if we actually explain things to them.
Sure.
So what are we going to say?
All right. So basically, things do calm down over the next couple of days. Okay.
Good.
And you actually get some people saying is that, well, he says, I think the joke was in poor taste, but I'm not asking for your company or your I don't think that makes you genetically inferior, so therefore I still want your sperm.
All right,
And
hooray!
Caitlin's mom says
You have
hello.
a couple of people
Hi,
that are
Caitlin's mom.
still jumping into the fray there, but it's much less than it was before. You were the darling of the stream. Yeah. So
I have become what I've set out to be. Well, not really set out to be. What I have transformed into the P.T. Barnum of Sanctuary.
right.
There you go.
Because watch, we're now gonna parade Mike as Leo the dog-faced boy.
And
Cool.
Angel, you got guys saying his thing is that he says you seem to be like a really fun girl, so I still want to marry you.
Hey, you seem like a fun girl. Want to breed?
Well,
Wow.
they're still offering marriage.
Nobody wants to marry me though.
I know.
Not right now, but her, yeah.
I'm good.
I just realized you didn't hear a word of what I just said.
No, I
Nope.
didn't.
Uh-oh.
Not
I
one
said, how
word.
sweet of them.
Yes. They're really willing to take one for whatever.
They're hoping to get one.
No, I mean it's not like people do get married and stuff like that, but obviously they're basically enticed by your notoriety, Angel.
Oh, she's famous now. You're like Paris Hilton.
Wow, that I don't know. Let's not try to find a better.
Okay, and
Welcome back.
it's something that's different, but I guess slightly related. Are people suddenly saying, "I wish we didn't buy this song from this guy"? Or
That certainly happened.
okay,
I wish I had bought this song that I really like.
Right,
but
they can't. You don't. It's like you don't.
I can't unsell you.
You can't return it. Okay.
Hate the
Don't
artist,
forget
not the
what the
song.
Beatles have said. Take all your Beatle records to one of our 13 pickup points,
Yes.
and we will destroy them for you. Okay, fine.
Hate the artist, not the song.
As Richard Taholka said, he says, if you find anything offensive in any of my products, please feel free to purchase and burn
As many copies as you want.
Copies as you feel.
That's right. Oh, I've forgotten about that.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So anyway, if I say, okay, so if we want to talk to whatever fringeworthy person we find, what are we going to say to them? We can't say you're fringeworthy. We can't say much of anything, or the council will be pissed at us.
We're going to ease them into it. We're not going to go direct like you usually do.
I'm Fringeworthy. There's a million worlds. You got to come with us. Here's
why don't we
complicated explanation.
Why don't we, Mike? I like what you're saying. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. You guys, because 3 days later they will free you. So and brown crystal.
We get a box.
Yeah,
Mike was imitating Chen Wei. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I will take the blue crystal since it is more power and more range, and focus.
Don't they all have the same range?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a much better crystal than what we had.
According to our stuff in training,
This is exponentially better than what we had. So
you can do a lot more things.
It is. This is cool. I mean, there's a few higher than it, and trust me, if I get a rainbow crystal, I'll take over the world. But
and Jason is selling gifts of this.
That's
smoothies.
That's exactly what Jason is
you
selling.
looked better on You looked better on Instagram. I love it.
Jason, the king of the smoothies. Here he is.
That's a coffee latte, man.
What does it actually say on his shirt?
It says you looked better on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a frappuccino. Caramel ribbon.
Yeah, maybe a
crunch,
frappuccino.
to be specific, because there's caramel on that.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Jason, go ahead. I mean, who's gonna activate the crystal and do
I-
it first?
Since I probably have the highest crystal use of the group, so
I don't
You
know.
do.
Yeah, I think you do.
does
Yeah.
anybody else put points into crystal use?
I think
No.
I may have put like a tiny amount, but not.
Oh, it'd be
What
on your
did I?
character sheet.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at my sheet. And no, I didn't put it in. I was thinking of doing it.
Well, I was going to put more in, but Bruce was like, "Well, you only have a brown crystal." I'm like, "Well, then I probably shouldn't put too many points into it since it wouldn't do me any good.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't be able to explore further than I
I
can with what I can do with."
I hadn't
Aha.
developed this adventure when we had that discussion.
Okay, very
Um,
good.
Ooh, a 6. Let's roll
Sometimes
that
I
again.
surprise myself
All right.
as the adventure goes along.
Okay, so on my D6 crystal use, I got a 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good roll.
good roll.
Well,
All right.
the crystal controls 10,000 of the city's residents now.
And
Oh,
I explode their
jeez.
brains.
Finally.
No,
No, if you're gonna
I-
explode anybody's brain, explode the council's.
Cool.
Suddenly a duodecahedron comes crashing through the wall,
flying through the wall.
floating your head like a melon.
I thought he would turn into a dodecahedron and, then they'd crush him and that would be it, basically.
Yeah. I remember watching that episode of Star Trek, and then they take a step back, and both my friend and I at the exact same time went, and then we cracked up laughing afterwards because we were just like, "Oh yeah, you step back, you crush somebody."
Oh, sure, yeah.
They weren't
I'm
looking
crushing
when
your
they
head.
stepped back. Anyway, so I roll a 9. Let
Okay.
me scroll on down to find Fringeworthy.
All right. Well, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna detect that
Range varies.
that feeling, that basically hot potato, cold potato feeling that says that there's somebody who's fringeworthy in that direction.
Right.
And
Okay.
so you
Either that or somebody's making French fries.
I like French fries.
Yes.
So
Okay.
make a successful smart.
thank you for
Make
your
a
input.
successful smarts roll to laugh at my jokes. Okay.
It takes a successful smarts roll to ignore the other scroll. Other Fringeworthy. This takes us. All right. The wielder can focus on one if there are Fringeworthy present. The Fringeworthy can focus on one. Damn it. Why is this not moving?
I don't know. It's your
I
computer.
don't know. I know. Can focus on warmer, colder feeling. Lightness increases and decreases within proximity. When there are multiple Fringeworthy present, focus on one Fringeworthy, focus on that individual, and ignore the rest. It takes a successful smarts roll to ignore the other Fringeworthy. The wielder could change targets by making another smarts roll and reacquire the other Fringeworthy he or she previously ignored. So a smarts roll.
All right.
I'm going to ignore all the little messages right at the moment. Looking for a dice. And,
That's not it.
well, what would be a successful smarts roll then? Is that a D4?
That would be
4?
a D4. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a D12 smarts, so I rolled a 6.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
So you think you got the direction you need to go in order to find this person.
I say, we go that way.
Okay.
Are you pointing to a wall by any chance?
I'm pointing in a direction, yes. Probably a wall since I'm in a room. I'll get my
Okay.
compass and look. What direction is that?
The direction the
It's actually on my watch, so I'll look at my watch and go, which direction is it? Are we heading? And I also wanted to ask you a question, which I had written down, but failed to ask when we were back at the. What direction was that dodecahedron moving in before it hit the wall?
You never checked
I wrote it down because I wanted to check the direction, but then we started getting distracted on other things. So
Okay. All right. It was it was in the easterly direction, northeasterly direction.
okay, just gonna jot that down for my own mental. remembrance.
Okay.
Okay. So I will head out towards this. If anybody wants to tag along, they can.
Mhm.
I got nothing else
I'll
to do.
follow along.
Going with.
We're gonna
He'll take a look.
we're gonna
I'll stay
follow the yellow
behind.
brick
I'm
road.
kind of
Are you
hungover.
planning on doing this on foot?
Yes, be
Okay.
the easiest way to focus in. I think
All right.
Mike, are you
I could use
sober
a
enough
walk
to go
anyway.
with?
No, I'm not.
So he's
I'm pretty
staying here.
hungover. I'll stay at the I'll stay at the base and wait for communication
Yeah.
from IDET.
Hold down the fort, buddy.
Okie dokie. Boy, you talk loud.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay. We
Wow.
still most.
Mike didn't just drink his bottle; he stole everybody else's too.
Apparently,
Hey,
you better not have touched my bottle.
my emergency bottle is ever clear.
Oh,
Jeez.
ugh. Sorry. God,
Oh, jeez.
that gave me like
Well,
Sorry about the flash.
you must have stolen my wine too. So
Maybe I
So-
don't know.
we're moving along.
Okay, you're moving in a 156.
Is this like a? Is this laid out like a village, or is it more like a? How is this set up? This area? You said there's wide open spaces,
Yeah.
but is it mostly? I mean, I'm trying to get an image of what this underground city looks like.
Okay. It's first of all, it's built in 300, vertically and horizontal. Okay, it's basically like a sphere, basically. Okay.
Okay.
Though it's not exactly a sphere shape, and the
It's a hemisphere.
You got lots of no, it's more like a
Ah.
sphere. Okay, but or maybe a cube. Okay, but
Okay.
it's got lots of green spaces and and things are broken up and they
Multi-level dwellings,
further-
multi-level buildings,
the
though.
further you are
All right.
out, the more industrial it is.
Hmm.
Okay, but it's also the town has gone through growth spurts. So therefore, sometimes you have some industrial areas, then you have like a lot of green space. And when I say green space, I'm not talking about like parks. There's actually places where we're talking about maybe a mile of growing food, vegetables, things like that, and in vertical gardens to support the population.
Okay.
So and everything is connected to each other by pumps and conduits and things like that. And of course, the passageways that you travel as a person or as a vehicle might travel to conduct things from one place or another. So it's very much of it's kind of like a Borg cube in a sense. All right.
Okay.
All right. I never thought that term in regard, but I'm just saying it in the sense that, it's you have like a couple of concentric, if I may use that term. Let's see, how many? Three. There are apparently three growth areas, from the original sanctuary. Okay, so anyways, so you're basically traveling from where you are currently. You're traveling what would be considered to be in a southeasterly direction, and in a slightly downward direction.
Okay.
Okay, all right, which is going to be a problem because you're going to be like, you know, it actually is going to cause you to need to backtrack a number of times
Because of the way it's laid out.
Well, yeah, you're going to go someplace and basically, okay, not everything is necessarily going to connect to everywhere else easily. You might have to back to a more central, like hub type area, and then change directions back a different set of spokes or whatever. So anyway, 18 miles later.
Okay. Little walk.
And
that took us about
8
hours.
Yeah, and some at least a couple 100 feet lower than you start with, okay, you finally come, you track down to an area that basically seems to be a kind of I don't know, uh, if you lived in Atlanta, I'd say like Little Five Point. Okay, it's basically a kind of an artistic kind of community where
Okay.
people do art and they do all kinds of handcrafts,
So a
things
small
like that.
commune.
It's
It's
boho.
not. It's not like I said, yeah. It's not a commune, not at all. Everything operates on the same principles of anyways,
Such a
and
cute little
the
place.
and you're being attracted to a shop that says, that has a sign that says "do-dos."
Do.
Do-dos, es, do-u-e-s,
Do's.
yes,
So they do hair.
right,
It's
and
it's the barber shop.
right,
Or they
which
roll out and do.
which a check into your stream, your data buddy says it's a child. It has one reference to like a child's attempt to pronounce the word shoes. Okay,
It's a
says
shoe store.
and under these conditions might be considered to be avant-garde shoes.
Okay, so I asked my data buddy,
Yeah.
What is
Jeff,
this place?
what is do-dos?
I don't know what's to do's with you.
Oh, you're a smart ass.
Uh,
Let me show you a magic
Well,
trick.
we already showed
His
people
poor
a magic
data
Because I
trick.
am I am your data buddy.
Okay,
Your
smart ass.
personality.
No, what is this
This
a purveyor of?
this shop is registered. Is the registered uh, um, uh, fabrication, research, studio domicile of uh, of a uh, of Allison Walker.
Right, cool.
Ironic with the name of the name, right?
Oh
Allison
dear.
Walker. Okay.
Hopefully she's not related and doesn't have a machine gun.
Oh,
A
jeez.
Gatling gun, sorry.
Walker 2.0.
It's like
Yeah.
Texas Ranger Walker.
Yeah.
So I will approach the door. Is it a shop or is it just someone's living
It is a
studio?
shop. Inside the shop, I mean, in the window of the shop, there are all kinds of shoes that have different designs, lighting on them. They're triggering your visor. I mean, you look at the
Mhm.
shoes and they're sparkly. There's a couple of shoes that open up. That seem like they open up their mouths and show teeth on them.
Cool.
And things like that. But
I know right where we're at.
So it's a mimic.
No,
okay.
in London there's a place called Croydon and they have like all the bizarre outfits and tattoo shops and shoe stores and yeah, it's very avant-garde. Yeah, that's the word
Yeah.
for it.
Some of
A lot of boutiques basically.
Right. There are
The
a bunch of
cruel
models,
shoes.
like and inside the
Cool
place is
shoes.
full of mannequins that have shoes of various kinds. Some of them go wrapping up the leg, and some of them, are like literally clown shoes. Okay, some of them have wings on them. There's a lot of shoes in here. Okay, and of course there's a lot, and they're in different sizes, materials, and if you look at them, they'll actually talk about some of their construction methods, things like that, and what and there's Allison basically giving videos about why I created this shoe and what does this shoe mean to me, and we're talking there's hours and hours of Allison basically talking about how she was inspired to make this particular shoe or that particular shoe. And it's very clear that these shoes are all one-offs. she's not into like the general production.
Yeah, there's no mass production of this.
Right.
This is all custom work.
And some people actually don't even wear shoes in this place. They just walk around on the ground. But this place, and in this place, of course, the floor is a neutral gray color. Actually, no, this floor is concrete, okay, but it looks like a twister map, big giant twister map with greens and
dots.
blues and dots, stuff like that. Okay, and as you, how long are you going to stay there before you do anything?
I'm going to browse actually for at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay. At the end of 10 minutes, suddenly all of the mannequins get up and rearrange themselves.
Nope. Witchcraft.
Some of them go up and pose up on the front window, and other ones go over and sit down, cross their legs. Some of them retie themselves on, tie the shoes on their feet.
Out of everything
I knew it. The store is filled with autons.
None of the mannequins have. They're all just like the shadows, like the depressions. They're all just very, but they are gendered in the sense that big shoulders.
Out of everything we've seen, this is what I'm calling witchcraft.
Yeah, when it happens, all of a sudden, it is probably pretty damn freaky.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys should, all you guys, I want you to make me a spirit check.
Because I'm already going, oh, hell no.
Okay, hold on.
There it is. Despite me going, oh, hell no, apparently I handle it pretty
10.
damn well.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Anyway,
I rolled an 11.
I don't care unless you fail.
I know, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Fail?
I did not fail, that's what I said. Despite me going, oh, hell no.
So did anybody fail?
All right.
I did not.
Okay, all right. So nobody has to narrate what their very visible have.
I'm kind of intrigued by the whole thing.
Yeah. It's a little bit of performance art going on in her little shop. Okay, Anyways, so at any point do you wish to try to summon Allison to talk to you?
Yeah, I will go. I'll find some shoes in angel size that I find appropriate, that I think are interesting, and I'll say, "Excuse me, I have a question about these shoes."
Okay, and you see on your visor, pinging Allison Walker for a in-person interview.
Pink bunny slippers.
And
awesome.
the door and on one side you hear just and these doors open up and CO2 gas and smoke come down, and this woman comes out who who's just kind of dressed kind of crazy, and with a jumper outfit and moon boots on, she comes.
Oh, I haven't seen those for a long time.
Yeah, she's got like big glasses on that because they're and of course, like I said, you're seeing her through your visor, so you know that she actually has a visor on. You just can't see it because it's filtered out by the active, and anyways, by the augmented reality that you're looking through. She comes out. She says, "Hello." He says, "Welcome to my shop." He says, she says, "Thank you so much for coming in. Would anybody like some tea or some malt beverage?"
Yes, please.
Okay. He says, "Do you want chocolate malted milk, or do you want like an alcoholic beverage, or do you want an Asian tea, or are we looking for something more European, or even something a little bit more in Indian variety?"
I've tried the Asian teas here. They're not great. I'll just have a regular tea.
Okay.
I'll take a chai.
Okay. All All right. That Chen Wei, you hate the Asian tea.
No, I said I said in character that I tried your Asian teas here in this world and they're not great, so I'll have a regular tea.
Okay.
So I guess the regular tea is not great.
She's going to give you. Oh, she's going to give you some South American native tea, which you also find to be absolutely swell.
So Chen Wei's been insulted twice.
You hate the taste of this. Yeah, so now there's two different
All right, cool.
of tea you
Finally.
don't like in this culture, okay? All
I'll
right.
try
I say,
the Indian tea.
whatever bad stuff you say about the British, they do know how to make tea.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like me a nice cup of PG Tips, Yorkshire Gold.
This breakfast tea.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for some.
No, I asked for the Indian tea.
Oh, you want the Indian tea? Okay.
Yes.
That's not. It's not. It's okay. It's just not great to your taste.
Mm.
Okay. You might actually prefer something that's more of a malt beverage.
Well, malted milk sounded good too. Chocolate milk. I love chocolate milk. I love
This
chocolate milk.
tastes like the best chocolate milk you've ever had. I mean, it's like they've blown air into it. It's a frothy beverage. It's kind of more like the
It's like
bubble drink.
an Aero bar.
It's like the bubble drink you can buy from Japanese Asian vendors.
Not the boba.
Mm-hmm.
How about coffee?
Stimulants?
What is coffee?
She looks at you and she says, my work is stimulating enough. He says, I'm afraid I don't carry any abnormal psychotropic, only natural psychotropic drugs that do not, and the mainstay of history, coffee is not one of them. I apologize that this is not. Perhaps I could offer you a alcoholic beverage, which is a depressive, instead.
That just surprised me.
Okay. She does, and she gives you a nice, basically a middle of the road beer.
Okay.
Something like somebody would, in the old days, a guy would basically just go and take a pail over to a restaurant, and he'd just leave it there, and then when lunchtime came, he'd come over and they would have filled it up with beer, and he'd just take that and take it over to a table and open up his lunchbox, and he'd drink it and then go take it home and get it washed and stay. So that quality of beer is what you're being offered.
Yeah, whatever was on draft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hose.
Pretty much. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat window right now.
Jason's just sending pictures.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, you said it was kind of.
Anything for you, Mike?
Mike's not there.
He's holding down the fort.
I never got that. I'm sorry, Mike. Okay.
That's right. Okay. We still mostly like.
Is there anybody else who wishes a beverage?
Besides, Mike would be going after her brother Johnny anyway.
Johnny Walker?
Yeah.
Right. There you go. Angel, did you actually request something?
I'll let her surprise me with tea if she's happy to do so.
Alrighty, let's find out. Oh, with tea. Okay. All right. So you get a European tea.
This is close to home.
And again, it's kind of blah to your palate. It's not bad. It's not as good. It's not as good as you would have liked.
My grandmother has tea like this. Thank you.
Oh, it's that rose tea.
All right. Anyways, she says, "Well, thank you. I mean, thank you so much for coming to my show."
I'm gonna buy. I say I'm interested in these shoes. My young friend here would would be able to sport them marvelously.
Okay. She said, and she's like, well, let's go and get those uncomfortable footwear and socks off of you, and let's get your foot scanned so we can get a proper fit for you.
Okay then.
Scan the foot.
So
Scan
she,
the foot.
right.
Okay then.
And all right, and
I'm not
and
liking
she
this.
puts her fingers together and she whistles, and a device of some kind comes walking out on little shoes.
All right.
On little shoes.
On little
Aw.
shoes.
Any shoe.
There's how many shoes are there?
Like little Nikes for
There's
babies.
there's a total of 20 feet on this machine, and it's not a very big machine, so it's like a little millipede.
How cute!
Oh yeah,
Coming out
cool.
with little shoes. It's got little dealy ball eyes on the front of it. You know, it rocks back and forth as it comes out. Okay, and settles itself down next to you, and she says, "Just go ahead and put your foot in there. It'll be, you know." She says, "Don't worry." This is, and what are you gonna do that?
I guess I shall.
Okay, all right. So you put your foot in, and you feel this, membrane basically, band around your foot, like that, and you feel your foot kind of flexing one way or another because it's testing things like, and at which point you then have a 3D model of your foot basically appear in your feed. And
Right.
because she knows who you are, it's being sent. You're broadcasting that, so she knows who you are. She sends it to you, okay, and she.
Hey, she didn't block us.
Right, okay, and she doesn't seem to recognize you people, by the way.
She doesn't watch TV.
Quite possible. Yeah.
Too busy working at the store.
Yeah, she probably was. Yeah, she actually has no idea who you are. And
That's good, actually.
So and she basically says, "Okay, so you," he says, "Now we understand, your feet, how checking out the, we've checked out the calluses on the bottom of your feet, see how you tend to stand. I'm not in the business of creating corrective footwear, though. If you want, we can have a consult with a podiatrist to, correct your footwear, correct the footwear properly. But if you want this just for an entertainment, a novelty thing, though my work is not to be considered to be trifle, I would be glad to. We could do that. What do you want to do?
I'm not looking for corrective footwear, so.
Okay. All right. Great. We'll just go with what you got. Fine. All right. So, is there you've seen my shop? Is there something here that you are interested in getting being similar to, or do you have your own wild idea? We have a consultation about trying to basically blue sky the look you want to have with this footwear.
I'm actually interested in that pair right there, and I'm going to point to the one that Jason pointed to, because that was actually pretty interesting.
Okay, which one was that, Jason?
I don't know. I just you didn't really describe all the shoes, so I was like, well, this pair looks interesting. We'll give it. And we'll see if Kaitlin can get them.
Yeah,
get them for Kaitlin.
All right, Kaitlin.
Or Angel.
Narrate the shoe you want.
Dragons.
That's a different Kaitlin. That's a different Angel.
You know what? Let's go with dragons. Dragons sounds like fun. Dragons are for every character now. So they're inspired by dragons. If they have
Oriental or Occidental?
Oriental does.
Yes.
Well, Oriental dragons or Occidental dragons?
I said Oriental.
Are we talking?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so are we talking?
No wings.
Are we talking sea, land? I'm speaking as a GM here to you. You're talking about like a aquatic dragon? Are we talking about a land dragon?
Let's go with
Spirit
aquatic.
She's
Spirit
gonna have Gyarados shoes.
Are we talking about something more along the lines of an amphibian? Are we talking about something more along the lines of a reptile?
Just for fun of it, reptile.
Okay. So you're looking for something that looks pretty sturdy looking. Okay. Yeah. How far up your leg do you want it to go?
At least up to the ankle.
Well, that's
No thigh high?
that's okay. That's not very high at all. Okay.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
she says, so it's more like a slipper is what you're trying for. Okay. So she says, all right, great. And so she goes in and throws up 100 different versions
Oh, jeez.
of something like that, different colors, different like more, bulbish head on the front, narrow pointed head, some of it projecting out a distance at, this your feet are obviously not going to be in. Okay. Some with tails, some have the tails up and wrapping around your leg. Some of them, just have them just running along the side, short, long, some of them just have the hint of feet, claws along the side, the wings all extend out. There's little, wings on the, let's say you wanted the aquarium, so they really don't have wings, except little, um, diaphanous little, constructs that they're sticking out and, fluttering. They're literally, she sees them fluttering. So along it, and it's got gills. You can see the gills. And she says the gills are actually pumping air into your foot space to cool and soothe your feet.
I posted a picture of what I was thinking, so like it was like the ones that I pointed out that had a drag, just as an idea.
Oh wow.
That's actually really cool.
I thought
So
so
you
too.
like that idea? Okay, all right. She says, great. All right. Okay. That will take a couple hours to fabricate. You're welcome to stay and peruse more of my wares. Okay.
Does she only make shoes, or does she make other stuff too?
She says, I'm an inventor. However, my primary area of focus right now is shoes.
Nice.
And
So,
what guides your design? What do you get inspiration from?
well, I get a lot of inspiration from folklore and some 1920 science
Oh,
fiction
those are cool.
serials. Because they had some really crazy outfits and things like that. Okay, but I'm also inspired by some of the more modern bioluminescent materials that have become available, and of course, some of the stuff that could be done with nanotubes. For example, these shoes have are non-slip, so therefore almost any surface that you walk over, as long as it's porous way, you should be able to get a firm grip on it. Unless of course you would be like stepping into like something like a vat of lubricant or something. You're not actually coming into contact with the surface. But otherwise, yeah, these things should provide you with a great deal of support. They're going to be powered by kinesthetic generation. The actual movement of your foot, the actual pressure of your weight onto the shoe itself, and the rotation of your ankles, things like that, is going to generate the electricity necessary to drive the traction aspect of the shoe.
I asked my data buddy to direct me to where the price list is posted, if there is any.
Well, they vary. The ones that are that she has out, in her shop, yeah, you can find a price for each of them. Okay, and
So it does actually. So there actually are prices then. Okay.
yeah, right. All right. So yeah, and they seem to be on a uniform 1700 seconds.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not much. Well, I tell Angel to get what she wants. So
I actually like those shoes that you pointed out.
Some
So.
things are expensive, but most things in this world, in this culture, are not terribly expensive. And it could be that she just wants people to enjoy her shoes.
and if you wear them and people go, oh wow, those are cool, then other people will come.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she probably has an ongoing, buy it through the mail kind of thing and sourcing it. They have to go someplace to get their feet measured, but other than they.
If you 3D print them, they will come.
Yeah, if you had actually asked for a, well, you did actually. You asked for a essentially a blue skying principle, and so you actually did get charged 5,000 seconds for a console. So altogether, it's the shoes are going for 6,700.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, because art isn't cheap.
Nope.
No, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah. So she says is that so you're welcome to stay around. Check out some more of my.
Is she going to be building them herself, or is
Oh
she
no,
like?
it's happening back there. But
So I will continue to engage her in conversation.
Okay.
All right.
Just asking about what she does, and once again, how the inspiration and which historical things does she find interesting, and
Yeah, she says that in her early days, she tried to she made an effort to recreate um, footwear and such that she found in archival pictures, things like that, and
okay.
and artist drawings of historical works and such.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's speculative because you don't have all of the historical records that they have at New Jerusalem. We don't live there.
I tell her that I once tried to make a pair of Roman caligae, and they weren't very comfortable.
And she says that you probably were using uncured leather or leather that hadn't been treated properly. Because if you use leather that's been soaked in brine for about 3 weeks and then stitch it with a thread that has no more tension on it than X number of pounds, then you'll find it much more elastic and durable. Because footwear that has been stitched too strongly, and it's a mistake that I think that happens in general footwear that people just buy off of catalogs. It tends they the stitchings break over time because they aren't designed to move with the foot that's underneath it, and they dry out. The material dries out or denatures in some way because it's not real leather. But and as a result, you get shoes that don't last as long as they should. But most people just throw those things away and get new anyways. So
I think for me, it was more the hobnails that were uncomfortable.
were you wearing them on the inside instead of the?
No.
She goes over and punches you in the shoulder.
That would be weird. Well, I mean, unless you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her joke. All right. Anyway, so yeah, she basically has, you know,
I asked her about her. Sorry, I was distracted by Ghostbuster boots. I asked her about her family and, you know, was she born here? Did she emigrate here? Did she?
She says, I was born here, many, and then that's when you find out that she's actually elderly, but she doesn't really look it.
Mm.
And so you probably thought she was like this young teen, but she's actually because they didn't really describe how she looks. Other
No,
than
you didn't.
weird, you know. But yeah, she's actually the way you describe. She talks about society's changed over the years.
You
Know,
look
how,
awfully young.
oh, thank you so much. He says,
Do they in this world,
you
like,
look
do they
very young
have
yourself.
Oh. Anti-aging in this world?
Are you asking that question?
No, I'm asking this to you as a GM. Like,
see-
surely we'd have found out if they had it. So.
You see people all what appear to be all ages. Age.
Well, I won't be indelicate and ask your age, but I'm 43, so.
Oh my goodness, you're just a baby then.
Now you've got my interest piqued. What precludes to your youthful appearance? Is there a regimen that you do that?
Oh, absolutely. He says,
No kidding.
she's big in. She's definitely a. She has a very specific diet. Certain kinds.
Yeah,
of
the doctors
nuts,
told me to start eating this, and this too.
And she of course keeps up her her medical regimen and that. And she says, I from what I read is that the biggest all the ultraviolet radiation they were receiving was harmful to their skin and such. And so I've never really had that experience other than radiation from various treating emitters and things like that. So my hands probably look a little old, but I'm actually 67 years old, and she looks about.
Same age as Mike.
She looks
She looks no
older than 40.
Did we just get an actual age reveal from Chen Wei?
Chen Wei's 60?
No, I was saying hi is actually hello.
Oh.
I thought it was an age reveal, brother. Come on.
Mike's 60. I mean, you're the same age as our boss. Well, he's not even here. So.
Also, it's 10:49. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I got to get up for work in the morning. So
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention at all. Okay, so.
All right. Okay. So bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Continue having fun.
You can all have 4 experience points.